Tonight on a warm summer evening at Fenway, the Red Sox take on the Texas Rangers in Game 2 of the series. The Boston offense has been rolling lately. Hi, everybody. Welcome here to Yawkey Way. Dave O'Brien. My partner is the Hall of Famer, Dennis Eckersley. Garen Austin joining us in just a moment. Eck, it's 22 runs, 37 hits for the Sox offense the last 2 days. It's looking like the April-May version of the batting order.
It really has. You know, I've seen a lot of good offenses with the Red Sox, in my career, but none like this one. I think you could go back to 2003, might have been one of the best. But this one so far, you talk about the doubles, you talk about the home runs, and what they've done over their last, 4 games is ridiculous. Almost hitting 400. You see the doubles. They've got over 200 doubles this year as a team. They could break records that have been standing for such a long, long time. And, if the pitching could hold it, how do you lose a game when you're scoring 7 runs a game? But this is a very impressive offense. And when you're a starting pitcher and you watched that game yesterday from the dugout, you are paranoid. I mean, this is intimidating, this offense.
Well, the hitting has been the talk of Fenway Park, but it's time for David Price to turn his season around. He knows that. He's talked about how it's been unacceptable up to this point. He's on the hill tonight, getting the start in Game 2 against Texas, and it's coming up here on NESN in just a moment. The 2017 Kia Sportage. Visit anykiadealers.com to learn more. DraftKings, the official one-day fantasy baseball partner of your Boston Red Sox. By Subaru Retailers of New England. Digital Federal Credit Union. See what DCU can save you. And by Southwest Airlines, transparency, low fares, and nothing to hide. A hot one here at Fenway. The Rangers in town for Game 2 after the Sox pummeled them yesterday. And the Red Sox announced a pretty significant roster move earlier today. Christian Vazquez has been optioned to the Paw Sox after hitting .226 through 51 games. Ryan Hanigan is back on the big league roster. He is off the disabled list. And as we bring in Garen Austin down on the field, Garen, this is all very good news for one Sandy Leon.
Well, OB, Sandy Leon has made this catching situation very difficult for the Red Sox. He's 20 for 40 in 15 games, and he's making his 3rd consecutive start tonight. With Ryan Hanigan returning from his rehab assignment, Christian Vazquez ended up being the one sent down to Pawtucket. Here's John Farrell explaining the move.
This isn't about Vazquez not performing. And let's face it, any player that misses a full season, it's challenging the following year. And in this case, when you get a catcher coming back from the surgery he's had, it's almost acceptable from a pitcher going through Tommy John. There's going to be ups and downs with arm strength, with performance. In this case, it's really no different. But we're also not at a point of wanting to cut ties with anyone. There's no way that if Hanny comes back and we keep Vazquez, Sandy Leon is going to get scooped up in a heartbeat.
In addition to those roster moves, Farrell also announced that Clay Buchholz will be returning to the bullpen and that Sean O'Sullivan will get the start on Friday night. OB?
Garrett, thank you very much. And it's David Price going through his warm-up tosses in the bullpen right now. Big start for the left-hander. Red Sox needing him to pitch like the ace he has been against the Texas Rangers. Game 2 right around the corner. Tire and complete auto service. Your New England Ford dealers. Ford, go further. And by Hair Cuttery, smart looks, smart prices. Sox and the Rangers coming at you. Texas has actually lost 5 of their last 6 games, and their pitching issues with 3 starters out may be catching up to them just a little bit. Tonight it's David Price against the right-hander A.J. Griffin, who is 3-0, but he's been on a pitch limit and he's been going short in games and facing a Red Sox offense that is really humming right now. Red Sox now taking the diamond behind Price, who committed 8-5 with a 4.74 ERA, but he is not a fan of those numbers. He said after his last start at Tampa Bay, it's probably the worst changeup I've had in a month. Curveball was awful. Can't but get my cutter or my slider where I want it. I'm just bad right now.
I think he was a little hard on himself. I mean, punched out 10 guys. It couldn't have been that bad.
That's what he said. Well, the Ranger lineup is brought to you by New England Chevy dealers. Shin-Soo Choo will lead it off. Ian Desmond's in center. Adrian Beltre, the third baseman. Ryan Rua in left with Prince Fielder behind him, the DH. Elvis Andrus at shortstop. Rougned Odor at second. Jurickson Profar at first base. And Robinson Chirinos is the catcher. Batting ninth, Red Sox starting pitcher presented by your New England Audi dealers. That is the 30-year-old left-hander who has correctly called his 2 recent performances and in his season on a whole unacceptable.
Well, he said it's a bad rookie season. Well, he's not a rookie, and it would be bad if he's a rookie too, but he's gonna, this is a big game for him. He needs this. The team needs it. Red Sox defense brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Boston's 9th in the league in defense, 47 errors, 82 games. On the infield, Travis Shaw at third, Bogey at short, Dustin Pedroia at second, and Hanley Ramirez at first. In the outfield, Brock Holton left, Jackie Bradley in center, Mookie Betts in right. Behind the plate, the hot-hitting Sandy Leon catching David Price.
Tonight's umpires are brought to you by ToyotaCertified.com. Joe West has the plate. Mark Ripperger at first base, Kerwin Danley at second. Andy Fletcher will make the calls at third base. And we're available. This telecast can be heard in Spanish by selecting the SAP button on your TV remote. SAP presented by ToyotaCertified.com. Search for your factory-backed Toyota Certified used vehicle right now. So it'll be Choo to lead things off, hitting .260 with 6 homers and 15 runs batted in. Texas coming in with a 52-32 record. It's their best franchise record through 84 games in the history of the team. But some stumbling lately, and the Red Sox handed it to him yesterday. Chu homered off of Price in Texas to start the ball game. And the first one on the way. High fly, center field. Bradley back, turning around, and it's gone, and he's done it again. Got to be kidding me.
You got to be kidding me. Wasn't the first pitch last time? First pitch of the game last time.
Unreal.
This is shocking. The kind of power that Chu has. I mean, he's looking fastball. He got it.
You betcha.
You see this fastball cross seamer right down Broadway, and he loses this ball. Lifts this ball to dead central, and this ball is gone easy. Jackie turns around, and as soon as you see Jackie turn around, you know it's gone.
The home runs have been a huge problem for David Price, and he gives up a big fly right away on the first pitch of the game in front of Ian Desmond, who can do the same thing. 321 with 15 homers, 52 runs batted in. A lot of these fans have yet to find their seats, and the Red Sox are trailing again in the first inning.
We've seen this show before with Buchholz gave up a home run right away, the White Sox, but this is after giving up 12 hits in just over 2 innings in Texas against them.
Yeah, that's more than a warning shot right there from Chu. Waved at and missed by Desmond, who was 3 for 5 with a home run off of Price in his career. Against these Rangers on the 24th of June, Price blitzed for 12 hits in just 2 1/3 innings. All of the runs were earned. His shortest outing as a member of the Red Sox. Here's the 0-2. Fouled away.
Well, he's going to have that good changeup. I mean, it's one thing talking about velocity with Price. We always do that. We get into his mechanics. We got into everything with him because the kind of year that he's had. But he needs that changeup. He needs location. I don't care who you are.
Heck, he has now allowed a home run in 10 consecutive games after that bomb by Chu. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
That'll make you change your mind about the first pitch you throw when you go out there. I'll tell you what, I started just throwing sliders the first pitch. If somebody's sitting on a fastball, forget about it.
We started to touch on this a bit yesterday as Rick Porcello fell behind 4-0, and then he held him in check the rest of the way, and the offense was able to get in gear, and eventually the Red Sox won the ball game. But it doesn't hide the fact the Red Sox have been dreadful pitching in the first inning.
It doesn't. Now, what are you supposed to do about it? I mean, you could hire a pitching coach to help you with the first inning. I mean, it's ridiculous.
Hire a first inning guy?
Right.
Here's the 2-2. A dribbler foul. Well, the Red Sox have tried different things, like with Clay Buchholz, for example, having him pitch in his session in the bullpen as if he were facing the first 3 batters and then sit down.
Right. I've done that before.
You have?
Yeah. Sit down. I mean, that's what happens. It goes through everybody's gone through it at some point, but it's just like everybody's going through it at the same time.
It's an epidemic for this Red Sox staff. The 2-2. Now 3 balls, 2 strikes. Beltre on deck.
Let's see what he does here. 3-2. Is he going to throw a fastball or a changeup? Changeup.
Working with Sandy Leon, who's become the new #1 guy. Here's the 3-2, and that one's socked into right field for a base hit. Desmond with some authority goes the other way after having 3 hits yesterday.
Well, the problem with that is that it's a changeup right down the middle. You see, it's off speed, but that ball's up. You got to get the ball down. The ball's in his face. He can't help but hit this ball. Stays back on it. It's almost like he was looking changeup out over the plate.
Sends up Beltre at 285 with a dozen homers and 53 runs batted in. And he's a guy who has handled Price pretty well. 11 for 35, 314, 2 home runs. He was 3 for 5 on Monday. Desmond, a threat to run at first base, has a pretty good lead over there.
There he goes.
A strike, the throw, the tag, and he's safe. So a stolen base for Ian Desmond.
Well, put that down, because that doesn't happen very often with David Price. He just didn't throw over there and gave a high leg kick. He never has that leg kick. He usually has a little slide step. But Desmond, what a player. He could fly. This is his 15th stolen base, and he stole this base easy. Almost overran it a little bit, held on.
John Farrell is still awaiting word as to whether he might challenge this, the throw down to second base, and they will not. So Desmond with number 15. Beltre an RBI chance now. At 36 years old, he can still rake. 1-0 the Rangers. And nobody out. And Price with an 0-1 pitch. Here it comes. 90 miles an hour, and he missed with that.
It's a tough thing about having a guy on second base. The catcher sets up so late. I mean, I used to like to have the glove. I want to see that glove. But you don't want to give up where you're going to throw this ball to the last second.
The 1-1 to Beltre, the former Red Sox, and that's going to miss. 95, but he missed with it. And the count 2-1. Although he is second in the American League in strikeouts, and he's only walked 25 men, Price has allowed more hits than innings pitched.
That never happens to him. The numbers aren't bad because you see the home runs. I mean, excuse me, the strikeouts, and the walks are down. But meanwhile,
2-1 coming. 2-2. You're right. Over a full season, it's never happened to David Price. He's never allowed more hits than innings pitched in his career. Chu getting him for the home run on the very first pitch of the ball game.
Chu's got no business wearing him out like that. 2 home runs, hitting close to probably hitting 400 off him lifetime. I mean, he's a good player, but David Price is a great pitcher.
Two balls, 2 strikes on Beltre, who has been named to 4 All-Star teams. The All-Star teams are going to be announced tonight, the starters.
Kind of exciting. Looking forward to that.
Red Sox with 4 men in the running to start the game for the American League. Here comes the 2-2 to Beltre. With Desmond at second. Another one poked foul. Well, he's having trouble getting anybody out. Even with that fastball around 95.
Ball's up. That fastball there was up. I mean, it's out of the strike zone up.
Beltre went 3 for 5 on Monday. He's a fan of Independence Day. He's now hitting .413 in 11 games on the 4th of July. Sits safely in 10 of those. That first inning was all sorts of trouble for the Red Sox again yesterday, as they fell behind 4-0 before rallying. Chopped toward third base, but a foul ball snagged by Shaw.
You know, that's what he's got to do. He's got to establish that cutter inside too. Get them off the ball out over the plate. I mean, but you know, establishing that, you can't establish everything in the first inning. You know, this first inning has been a scuffle.
And for so long in April and in May, the Red Sox were the ones getting the upper hand with their offense, and the pitching was doing its part. Right away in the first inning, Red Sox taking pretty good leads, but boy, since June got underway, it's been an entirely different story. The 2-2. And now full count.
There's that sloppy changeup. He just sort of pushed outside. He knows he makes a mistake here. He can leave the ballpark. I mean, he's not, you know, he doesn't know what he's doing right now.
Ryan Rua on deck. He's a youngster with some power as well. There's a lot of sock in this Ranger lineup. Price is 3-2. And he walks him. So he's faced 3 men, and they have all reached base. And Rua is next, first and second for Texas.
Well, here we go. I mean, here you had a tough start against them in Texas, and the beat goes on. I mean, this is ridiculous what they've done to him in a little over 2 innings.
Well, after a string of 8-inning outings where he pitched pretty well, he's tossed a total of 8 2/3 his last 2 starts, and he's given up 10 runs on a whopping 21 hits. And that was before tonight.
Right now, he just looked like he didn't want to make a mistake to Beltre. I can't blame him. I mean, he could hurt him, but this unknown kid, he hasn't faced him but twice, right? To get a hit off him last time.
Ryan Rua, 282, 7 homers, 19 runs batted in. First and second, nobody out, and a run in. And that's a line drive base hit into left field. That'll send Desmond into third. He'll stop there, and the bases will be all loaded up for Prince Fielder.
Well, that is trouble. Price is in serious trouble. Bases loaded, nobody out. Tries to get a cutter inside. Once again, they're hacking it. He didn't get it in. You see this cut ball. His ball's up. This ball is up. And it's got plate, and they are bailing and wailing. And this ball just out of the reach of Travis Shaw. Desmond can't score. Bases loaded.
This is just ugly stuff watching the Red Sox pitch in the first inning. And very frustrating, I would think, for the rest of the lineup as well, to fall behind over and over and over again and have to dig their way out of a hole.
Right. I mean, you have a great offense. Just get out of this inning, couple runs. Right now, you can't try to punch out the side right now. You're just trying to keep it as little as possible. Try to give it 1 run, maybe a sacrifice fly right here, double play ball, whatever. Make a pitch.
Prince Fielder now, just 227 homers. He's driven in 41. He is 2 for 14 lifetime against Price. Nobody out, a run in, and the bases are loaded. And that's punched in there at 93 for a strike. And some applause rising up around Fenway. Fielder has had a tough year. Many are speculating this might be the end of the road for him, though he still has several years left in his contract. We saw big power out of him in Texas, though. Got jammed there, and he rolls that one foul, so now he's in the hole 0-2.
That's serious kitchen right there, I'll tell you. They don't want him to extend. Obviously, that's what they're trying to do this at bat. It looked like a 2-seamer. He ran in there, got it way in there. Back-to-back balls in his kitchen.
Elvis Andrus on deck. No place to put Fielder. Desmond at third, Beltre at second, Rua at first base. 1-0 Rangers. This is certainly where Price has to steal a page from Rick Porcello, who's been able to get out of jams like this, or at least overcome. Here's the 0-2 pitch from the left-hander. And that's in there for strike 3. Got him looking. He went to the fastball at 95 to freeze him.
What in the world was he looking for? 95 right down the middle, maybe outer half. Not a good at bat there by Fielder. 3 fastballs. Takes the third one. Big pitch.
Now a guy who is big trouble for Price. Elvis Andrus hitting 284 overall, but against the left-hander he is 12 for 27. That is .444. He was 2 for 4 yesterday. All loaded up, 1 down. And a high fly ball into right field. Mookie Betts has it measured. Desmond tagging up. And the throw will come on through, but he's going to score. And that'll make it 2-0. Give the RBI to Andrus, his 37th.
Not such a bad thing with the bases loaded, nobody out. You'll take what you have right now, 2 outs. Andrus does his job. Got the ball in the air deep enough to Mookie to make a long throw. No chance to get Desmond. 2-0. You'll take it.
Could turn out to be a very, very big night in the life of Mookie Betts. As far as that all-star voting is concerned, that'll bring up Rougned Odor, the second baseman, at 269 with 16 home runs. He hit a solo home run yesterday.
This little guy's got some pop. Hit it the opposite field. over the monster just got in.
He has runners at first and second, and 2 away and 2 runs in. And again, the 7th man to hit here in the top of the first. He looks at ball 1. Did not get that call from Joe West.
Sandy didn't really catch that ball that clean. He kind of knocked it out of the strike zone a little bit.
If you missed the news, Christian Vazquez is now back with the Paw Sox, and Ryan Hannigan has been activated off the DL at catcher spot. Ground ball, Pedroia there to his right, and in the end, Price gets out of it with 2 runs, 2-0. Texas Red Sox coming up. By buyatoyota.com, Toyota's website for deals. Mookie Betts to start it. Dustin Pedroia, Xander Bogaerts, and David Ortiz. Then it's Hanley Ramirez swinging a good bat. Jackie Bradley in center. Brock Holt in left. Travis Shaw, the third baseman. And Sandy Leon hitting a cool 500 in the 9th spot. And the Red Sox facing the right-hander A.J. Griffin. He comes in 3-0, a 2.93 earned run average. And that is the starting pitcher for the Rangers, brought to you by McDonald's. I'm loving it. Up the middle and cleanly through for a base hit. He's been doing that a lot lately.
Yeah, what new? Seems like every night he gets on base, nobody out. The Rangers defense brought to you by DraftKings. They are 5th in the American League in defense, 43 errors in 84 games. And around the infield, Beltre at third, Andrus at short, Odor at second, Profar at first. In the outfield, Ryan Rua in left, Ian Desmond in center, Chin-Soo Choo in right. Behind the plate, Chirinos catching A.J. Griffin.
I wonder if this is going to be another slugfest tonight.
I don't know. Griffin's been throwing pretty good for them, but he's due for a shellacking.
Here's Dustin Pedroia, 306 with 8 home runs. He does have a 9-game hitting streak. He is 2 for 12 against the right-handed Griffin. And the first one in there for a strike. The Red Sox very, very fortunate. It was only 2 runs in that top of the first.
Oh, absolutely. And then we see Griffin out there. He's had arm trouble on and off the last 2 or 3 years. You see the fastball, 86. Thought it was a changeup.
1 ball, 1 strike. Bogaerts next.
It's amazing. Here's this kid, 6'5", 230 pounds. Throws his fastball half the time. He's got a 12-6 curveball and a little changeup, but fastball very sneaky for 86, I guess.
And he'll throw the fastball as little as 66 miles an hour on the gun. Barely registers. And there it is right there.
He always seemed to me to look hittable, but he's had a nice career, even though he missed a couple of years. You see this curveball, he's going to miss badly on this curveball, but that's what it is. 12-6, you said 66 miles an hour.
It's like a train coming down the tracks, never gets there.
Little change up here.
Trying to hold up, but a swing and a miss is Joe West. And the count 2-2 on Dustin.
Looking fastball, he throws him a nothing changeup in the dirt. He can't hold up. This is early salad I see out there.
Red Sox pounding out 37 hits over the last 2 games and scoring 22 runs. They have 61 hits through the first 4 games of the homestand.
And they're going to be home a lot in July, which is a beautiful thing. They got to take advantage of it.
The Red Sox have pulled within 2 of sliding Baltimore. Orioles have lost 5 in a row, and they stay on the West Coast tonight.
They can't stop the bleeding out there. Starting pitching is brutal.
And taking on the Dodgers in Los Angeles later on. So that race is tightened up. Toronto keeps coming.
He's going to get a cross seamer right here.
3-2 runner goes, and it's popped up but foul over the top of the Red Sox dugout. Fans, be sure to stop by Plain Ridge Park Casino. Plain Ridge Park Casino is the official sponsor of winning. Red Sox trailing 2-0 here in the first inning. I was talking with Pedroia in the clubhouse today and asked him about this offense. He's played on 2 world championship teams. He said he would put this one number 1 on the teams he has played in a Red Sox uniform. Oh, that one through the hole for a base hit. Andrus, the shortstop, had started over with the stolen base. Mookie Betts winds up all the way down to third. Mookie had been running. That opened up a hole over there.
I tell you what, it's almost like Pedroia said, okay, who's covering? And I know I'm going to get a fastball right now, and I think I'll pull it. It's a beautiful thing. No one's home at shortstop, and Mookie goes to third easy. Normally you hit behind the runner, but this time it didn't. And Pedroia's been doing it all year, hitting the ball the other way. Now he pulls the ball, and that's money for a base hit. Just a ground ball.
And a 10-game hitting streak for Dustin Pedroia. So the Red Sox have him on first and third for Xander Bogaerts. So we'll check in at 3:36. 9 homers, 51 runs batted in. Could be a huge night for him as well with that all-star voting. And the first pitch is in there for a strike. Xander had another 3-hit game on Monday. 3 for 6. And he pops a foul out of play. That's the 14th time this season he's had 3 or more hits in a game. Going to a little nutrition in between pitches.
He's always got something going on. Seeds, whatever.
0-2 the count. David Ortiz on deck. Red Sox trying to get one back. He got jammed there and he fought it off foul.
Well, he better get that ball inside because there's not much on it.
Griffin has been slowly making his way back from a trip to the DL because of shoulder stiffness. But he did face the Red Sox in Arlington on the last road trip. He had no decision. They won that game 10-3, but he was only out there for a short while.
He's averaging about 5 innings to start, barely. A decent pitch right there. Took something off for a curveball. That's, to me, his best pitch. And he's got to spot that 88, whatever that is. But this is a good curveball right here. A little depth to it, off speed, can't stay back. That's because he showed him inside the pitch before.
Oh, 2 on Xander Bogaerts. Popped it up on the infield. Profar there, and the first baseman will put it away. And the runners have to stay put.
And that's how he gets you out on that curveball. It's way off speed. Back-to-back curveballs, and he just could not stay back.
David Ortiz next. Sharing a laugh with Joe West.
Well, I'd laugh with everybody too if I was hitting 340 with damage. Last year in my career, everything has just been wonderful so far for David this year.
339, 19 homers, and 66 runs batted in.
34 doubles. Crazy.
Yeah, according to Elias, he has the most doubles in a season for a Red Sox player 40 or older before the All-Star break. First pitch is in there for strike one.
I think that was a slider. I mean, it better be. A little spinner on the outside corner.
But 84.
Wow. He's going to throw him a hook right here. That 66 thing. That's a little dewdrop in. That's what that is. Please drop in.
That's what Ortiz is saying. Please drop right over the middle of the plate. Ortiz with 522 home runs. Has runners at first and third and one out. 2-0 Texas. 2-1.
We've seen what he features. I mean, this is it. And he punches guys out. If you look at his numbers career-wise, he strikes guys out.
He had a promising career, short-circuited by Tommy John 2 years ago. Didn't pitch in the majors in 2014 or 2015. And he was on the DL earlier this season.
He's a pitcher. Here's a changeup.
2-1. He swung the bat. He tried to hold up about midway through, and now it's 2-2.
You make David look so bad. Look at this changeup. Like he had his whole hand behind this changeup up out of the zone. He can't hold up. You don't see him look like that very often.
No. Ramirez next.
He's going to throw over here. Pedroia's not even off the bag. He's got one step lead. Big pitch coming up here.
Ortiz with a home run off him. 3 for 10.
I think he hit his 400th off him in Oakland, if I recall. I don't know why I remember that.
2-2. Popped him up. Short right. Odor out. Betts back. And he's not going to test him as the throw comes and is cut. So 2 down. Time now to see who's been driving the ball, presented by Toyo Tires. Hanley Ramirez over the last 3 games. He is 7 for 10 with 5 doubles. Toyo Tires, the official tire of the Boston Red Sox. So we have seen a couple of meager pop-ups by the 3 and 4 hitters. After the first 2 men, Betts and Pedroia singled. And now Hanley Ramirez to step in. Hanley did homer off of Griffin in Texas, a solo shot.
Boy,
That's one of his 8 homers.
Hanley's got it going on. Nice approach at the plate. Been walking, hitting the ball the other way. Pulled the ball a couple times yesterday.
Yeah, yesterday 2 for 3, 2 doubles.
Look at that hole there. Got to stay back on this guy. He doesn't get the ball up there very hard.
He doesn't, but he throws a lot of strikes. Check swing. They will appeal. A no swing, says Ripperger. He umpired first. So ball 1.
See, he makes sure that the ball's inside. Every ball he's thrown inside, he got inside so far. Can't get away with that over the plate.
He did have a problem with home runs when he was healthy in Oakland. He gave up 36 of them in 2013.
I know what that's like. He's given up 50 dingers in about 300 innings of his career. And he's had a good one. He's won 21 games.
He's falling behind here, 2-0. Way outside. Jackie Bradley would be next. Could be a giant night for him too, as far as the All-Star voting. Right now the Red Sox concentrating on digging out of this 2-0 hole here against Texas.
That's that hole, but you don't want him to put his grand slam swing on him. There it is.
Pops it up a mile in the air. The third baseman Beltre in front of the bag, and he will make the catch. A threat for the Red Sox, but they fail to score. 2-0 Texas. To the second inning, and David Price behind 2-0 against Texas. Jurickson Profar here, and he'll take a strike. Red Sox had runners at first and third and nobody out, and then hit 3 pop-ups against Griffin and did not get a run in.
I don't know how Griffin did it. I mean, that was incredible. That
was Houdini-esque. Floater toward right into foul territory and off into the stands. Profar, a .327 hitter with 3 homers and 12 runs batted in. He's a switch hitting first baseman from Curacao, which has had a lot of success producing major leaguers. They have put 13 men into the majors.
Amazing, isn't it? Didn't they have in that World Baseball League, they had the Netherlands did pretty well, didn't they?
Yes, you're darn right.
Blyleven was the manager or
Bert
whatever.
Blyleven, yeah, who had the time of his life with that team.
Yeah.
Teaching everybody how to throw a good curveball. 0-2 down low. I was really happy he got into the Hall of Fame.
Yes, it took him a while. Shouldn't have taken him that long, but he made it nevertheless.
1-2. Line shot, hard hit again into left field. Holt has to chase and slide for it to the warning track to hold Profar to a base hit. So at the moment, Price is not fooling many.
You know, 2 strikes, he's in protect mode. He throws him a changeup. He got him out front. But he just, I'll tell you, here's that changeup again. He turns it over. Ball's got played a little bit, had him out front, and he hooked that ball, hit it hard right past Travis.
A nice effort by Holt to get to that, make sure it was one base.
He's ready to throw somebody out.
So leadoff single. Brings up Chirinos, the catcher, hitting just .213, but has a little pop. He's hit 5 home runs. 2-0 Rangers. And it'll be ball 1.
That's his first curveball he's thrown today.
Price with issues against Texas, a 3-4 record, a 5.78 ERA. Of course, coming off a real ugly one in Arlington. The 1-0. He would not offer.
Not exactly on top of his game right now. trying to get established. He's very deliberate. We know that.
He gave up a home run on the first pitch he threw tonight to Shin-Soo Choo. To dead center. Cut on and missed. So he's now allowed 16 home runs, Dennis. He gave up 17 all of last year between Detroit and Toronto.
And it's not because he's pitching in Fenway Park either. I mean, they've been legit for the most part.
Yeah, the one he gave up in the first inning would have been out in any ballpark.
Oh, my goodness.
Profar with the lead. Nobody out. 2-2.
Boy, he threw 2 balls by Chirinos. 2-0 pitch by him. 2-1 pitch by him. Too big a swing there. Yeah, you're going to try to shorten up. You better.
Nobody out, a man on, and time asked for by Chirinos.
Why would you do anything different than throw another fastball right here? We'll see.
Price with a deep breath takes a sign from Leon. And a 2-2. And that is no pitch because Joe West granted the time to Chirinos.
Why did he take so long to throw it? I don't understand that. I mean, he takes a long time. I know he's deliberate, but he took the. It was almost like I thought he was going to step off. I really did. And then they finally called timeout. Somebody had to call timeout, and he does throw a fastball.
It isn't smooth right now. Did strike out Fielder in the first inning. He caught him looking.
There's some gas right here. Let it go.
And a high fly to right field, but a lazy fly. Mookie Betts right there. First out of the inning. Red Sox season ticket holders, you can experience the best seats, price, and benefits that Fenway has to offer. For information on becoming a season ticket holder, please visit redsox.com/season tickets or call 877-RED-SOX-9. One away. Shin-Soo Choo to climb in again. He blasted away in the very first pitch he got first inning and hit it out to center and over the fence.
Is that the 4th time he's done that this year, and he hasn't been playing all year?
He's been on the DL a couple of times this season with a calf strain and then a hamstring problem. Those were back-to-back. He takes ball 1. Runner on at first base and 1 gone. 2-0 Texas. And back in Profar.
It's funny, you don't see David Price throw over that much. And then when he throws a ugly ball over there, you think of John Lester's the first guy I think of. Never throws over there.
Well, that was the strangest thing to watch in his days with the Red Sox. You know, even when he was piling up big wins.
Yeah.
Lester with that hiccup to first base. And a 1-0 will miss.
You know, I had the heebie-jeebies at one time too. You know, you get a ground ball back to you real quick, and you have all the time in the world to get it to first base. And I got psyched out for a while. You know, I didn't know how to throw it over there. And then the first baseman's jumping like this. You got to take a little crow hop because you have time. But if you don't, you throw flat-footed, and I sidearm it over there, and I was like freaked out every time. That's why you see guys run it over to first base.
Line drive, base hit right field by Choo. Profar to second. Stops there as the throw comes in. And so Choo has 2 hits. Home run and the single, and here they come again.
Boy, he fought that ball off. That fastball inside got on his knuckles. You see, how's he do this? Ball's up once again. He wouldn't do that if the ball's down. Didn't crush it, but ball's up, and he gets a base hit. Now it's first and second. I thought he'd go to third on that ball.
So 2 aboard for Ian Desmond, who's been their hottest hitter. Started the night hitting .321, and he knocked through a single in the first inning and scored a run. So how do you think that happened with you, that you got those yips thrown to first?
Because I'm sidearm anyway, you understand? So it's going to sail on me a little bit. But once it gets in your head, it's amazing what goes on. if I have all the time in the world to make the play, it's like, what do you do? And that's why you see a lot of guys run over there and flip it, don't you? How many guys you see do that? And that has something to do with it, I'm telling you.
You remember Mackey Sasser, the catcher?
Yeah.
Remember he had trouble just throwing the ball back to the pitcher?
Right.
I mean, that was awful. It like ruined his career.
Saltalamacchia had the same thing.
Did.
Right.
Yeah, Jared Saltalamacchia, same thing. One man out, two aboard. Price in some trouble again. Desmond, a guy who really likes Fenway Park. He's only played 7 games here, but he's hitting .429 at Fenway. 12 for 28.
Boy, this guy is a stud. Imagine going from shortstop to center field in a matter of a year, and then hit like he has. It hasn't changed anything. It's helped him. I don't know, how do you stay focused offensively? It's incredible.
He's turned into a real good defender too in center field.
I mean, we saw Mookie do it, but this guy's done it probably even quicker.
Yep, from shortstop to the outfield. Here's the 1-0, and drilled in there for a strike at 95. So nothing wrong with the velocity.
It's location. I mean, you're talking balls up a lot. You know, he has that recoil anyway when he throws. I don't know how he gets the ball down. He doesn't really reach out and bend over.
The 1-1 inside. His next pitch will be his 40th pitch, and he only has 1 out in the second inning. He labored facing 7 men in the first. And that could have been worse than just 2 runs. 2-1, and again it'll miss. Now 3 balls and 1 strike on a dangerous guy.
Boy, we've seen a lot of balls up. Last time up, he threw him a 3-2 changeup. He hit the right field, base hit, line drive. Now he's got him 3-1. You're going to challenge him?
Hitters count for Desmond, and the 3-1. Rattle foul.
That's a good pitch. That ball's down with some hair on it. It's the hardest ball he's thrown right here. 3-1 pitch. He knew he had to let it go. Ball's down with something on it.
So what do you do on 3-2 with Desmond?
Same thing. Fastball down. Hopefully get a ground ball.
From the set, Price with a 3-2 pitch. Here it comes. And he got to be elevated.
I don't think he was trying to, but I'll take it. You see where Leon set up inside, throws it high and away, swings through it. Desmond can do that. He's punched out over 80 times.
Lexus is making a pledge to strikeout hunger. For every strikeout by a Red Sox pitcher, Lexus donates $50 to the Greater Boston Food Bank. So trying to get out of this piece of difficulty in the second inning, it's Beltre, who took ball 4 in the first. Now the author of 2,852 career hits, and he foul tips it for strike 1.
You talk about stress throws, right, from a pitcher. He's had everything stress throws from the get-go tonight. First inning, whatever he's got up there, 43 pitches. Wow, half of them are stress throws.
Runners at second and first, Profar and Chu. Rangers ahead 2-0. Price trying to hold, and the 0-1 off the end of the bat foul. And another one that registered 96. You know, we didn't see that in April and May, and rarely in June, even at 94, 95. We're seeing it a little more now.
Yeah, but we saw better command before.
Much better command, yeah.
I mean, he has better command with 92, 93.
And with a better changeup.
Right, he cuts it here and there. I mean,
and command.
Hooray for gas. I mean,
yeah,
you got to paint here.
Looking for another strikeout, though, trying to go back to back. Here's the 0-2. Chopper, but foul off third. And we're talking about all-stars. Adrian Beltre has been named to 4 all-star teams in his outstanding career. American and National League all-star starting lineups are being announced tonight.
You know, it all comes down to what position you play sometimes. There's right now, it's not a good time to be a second baseman to make an all-star game. There's so many of them. I think there used to be a time there was a lot of third base, a lot of short, whatever. I think it's hard to make it in the outfield because there's only 3 and there's a zillion outfielders. That's what says so much about Mookie and Bradley.
The last few names on those lists, the starting lineups are trickling in, and after our next break, we will show them to you. And the 0-2 pitch now to Beltre. Foul tipped into the mid and held by Leon. And Price gets out of it. Despite the 2 hits, no harm done. 2-0 Texas. Two 2-0 Texas with the lead. You're looking at one of 6 Boston Red Sox who have been selected to the American League All-Star team, which has just been announced. Jackie Bradley, for the first time in his career, he has made it. Here's a look at the list. These are the All-Star starters. The Red Sox with 4 men on that list. And a ground ball foul by Jackie, hitting .294, 13 homers, 53 runs batted in. So our congratulations to Jackie, to David Ortiz, Mookie Betts, Xander Bogaerts, and also Stephen Wright and Craig Kimbrell have been announced as All-Stars for the Red Sox, who have 6 on the team.
That is so impressive. You talk about that lineup, says everything about this offense, what it's done this year to this point. 4 guys in the lineup.
And a high fly dead away center field. Racing back Desmond, turning now. She's gone. What a way to celebrate that announcement.
Boy, I bet he knew he was an all-star, and he just took an all-star swing right there.
Jackie Bradley with his 14th, and the Red Sox are on the board. That'll make it 2-1 Texas.
There's a no-doubter. Little extension out of Jackie. He's got that kind of pop, too. He doesn't have to pull the ball. I think that's a little slider that's middle, and he just extension, keeps his head down and lifts this ball out of the ballpark. Looked a lot like Chu's home run earlier in the first inning. This ball is gone easy.
We'll see what it means later on tonight, but the Red Sox are 22-3 when he homers. And Brock Holt, the batter. Speedway proud to be New England's first choice for value and convenience. For every Sox home run this season, Speedway donates $500 to Boston Children's Hospital. All summer long, you can get any size fountain or frozen drink for just 69 cents. Jackie Bradley Jr. At the age of 26, he is an all-star for the first time.
Boy, he turned his career last year around in August, and he continued that this year. All-star. It's impressive what he's done from where he came from. Got sent back down a couple of times.
Now Brock Holt here, he hit a 2-run homer back off the top of that bullpen, the Red Sox bullpen yesterday.
You don't expect him to go deep, especially in the gap out there right center.
He took considerable ribbing from his teammates when he got back to the dugout that it bounced off of that wall. But he said later they all count the same, just as much as Ted Williams' 502-footer to the red seat. Griffin will beat him to first base for the out. Let's get down to Garrett Austin.
Well, thanks, Obi. Very exciting news to have 6 players make the American League All-Star team. I caught up with a few of the guys earlier, and Mookie Betts said he would be lying if he didn't admit to having dreamed about this his entire life. And Jackie Bradley Jr. said it's an honor, it's exciting, especially after all the adversity he's faced in his career. And Stephen Wright said this is really a credit to all the people who've helped him, especially Tim Wakefield. And guys, Wright told me that he called Wake immediately so he could tell him in person, and we'll have more player reaction on WB Mason Live right after the game. Plus, you can hear from David Price and John Farrell as well.
All right, Karen, thanks. Good stuff there. And what a wonderful story on Stephen Wright. There's so many people rooting for him. And
what a story that is, huh? Stephen Wright.
He pitched like an all-star. He's had a tremendous first half.
We've been calling it for the last 2 starts, right?
Travis Shaw, he tags that one, a line shot to right field. That's going to take a bounce up against the short fence. He's heading into second base. He looks like his swing is in great working order after going 3 for 5 with a homer and a double yesterday.
A nice swing here. Changeup once again. Not much. Right down the middle changeup. That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to hit it out of the ballpark right there. I'll take it, though. That's a double. Easy double in Fenway Park. I'll tell you what, Griffin doesn't have a whole lot to get you out. Could be a early exit here if the Red Sox keep doing what they do well at home.
Sends up Sandy Leon, Mr. 500, hitting 500 on the button. In 15 games, he is 20 for 40. Now, he wasn't named to any All-Star team today, but this was a big day for him. This was essentially the moment where the Red Sox said, "You're the #1 catcher now," with Christian Vazquez demoted to the Paw Sox and Ryan Hannigan activated off the DL as the backup.
You really never know what to expect, you know, from one season to the next. Here's a guy that hits under 200 lifetime in the big leagues. Not a lot of experience. Didn't have that many games in the big leagues, but he's seeing it well right now, and he's taking advantage of it.
1-0. He's bunting, and he flicks it foul.
Beltre's playing back. Not a bad idea, I guess.
Man at second base. Tell you what, though, the way he's swinging the bat, don't you want him swinging the bat?
Yeah, and Griffin, the way he's throwing, I'm swinging.
Mookie Betts, a newly minted All-Star, is on deck. So Joe West get out of there quickly after granting the timeout to Leon. The umpires get right out of there if they don't think the pitcher has picked it up. One foul tip into the mid. 1-2 to count on Leon. Betts already has a hit tonight. 2-1 Texas. And Griffin's 1-2, and he left it inside. The Rangers are without 3 quality starters right now. Yu Darvish, Colby Lewis, and Derek Holland. Griffin trying to help fill that void, although he's coming off injury himself. 2-2. Softly hit on the infield. Odor with a bobble. He thought about going to third, but Shaw was paying attention, so everybody's safe.
Odor, he had time, you thought, because Leon doesn't run all that well. That ball crawls up on his wrist, and he just bobbles it. I don't know if he would have had him anyway. Would have been. He had to hurry up and get rid of it. See which way it goes. I would give it an air, I think. Shaw's not going anywhere. He thought he might throw behind him and get him, but no such luck.
So he hit it very gently on the infield. That's the way it's going for Sandy Leon these days. Whether that's a hit or an error, he reaches.
Well, that'll be something if that's a hit. That means you know you're living right.
Well, he's living right because that's a hit. That's the ruling.
Wow.
So first and third, one down. Mookie Betts 1 for 1 with a single. He ripped a 2-run homer in the 8th inning yesterday, and he'll take ball 1. Mookie Betts has in 82 games hit as many home runs as he did all of last year in 145 games. 18. And that slow curveball, a tantalizing curve, is in the dirt.
Mookie could have had another one yesterday. Man, ball just foul. 2-run shot. They had to take a look at it again. Everybody thought it was gone, but he hit it so high, hit it over the foul pole. They couldn't tell, but it was inconclusive. That's why the ruling stuck.
I thought it was impossible to tell. Fouled out of play. Dustin Pedroia is on deck. Now, fans, you can vote for Dustin Pedroia as the final American League All-Star. You can send Dustin Pedroia to the All-Star game in San Diego by going to RedSox.com and from your mobile device by texting A3 to 89269. Message and data rates may apply. Voting ends at 4 p.m. Eastern on Friday, July 8th. A ball to Betts. So look at Dustin's competition. One of those final 5. 1 can be voted in. Kinsler, Longoria, Saunders, and Springer.
Wow, that's a tough one there, huh? Kinsler's having a good year. We're just talking about him. That second base slot is so tough.
The Red Sox could conceivably have 7 go to the All-Star game. That's across for a called strike. Just picking up the corner, said Joe West.
I'm shocked that Mookie took that pitch. 3-1 fastball, inner half. I think he's shocked he threw him it.
Shaw and Leon aboard. And Griffin with the 3-2. Cut on and missed, and again that tantalizing curve to get him.
That's his pitch. That is his best pitch. If he could set it up. Look how far this ball goes down. I mean, it starts up and it goes all the way on the ground almost. Mookie way out in front.
Red Sox left 2 men aboard in the first inning, including Dustin Pedroia, who had singled and has now hit safely in 10 straight. They have a run in on the homer by JBJ. Now runners at first and third with 2 gone. And that one softly hit foul out of play for strike 1. He went right back to that hook.
You don't see that pitch. You know, nobody throws that pitch. Right-handed curveball 66. Nobody throws it. That's why nobody could really stay back. Look at that. He doesn't even. I don't know how he holds it. It's not a knuckle curve or anything, but the off speed is just. You can't wait.
And he does throw it in the strike zone.
Looks like there's going to be another one right here.
Gently hit to third. Beltre will go to second, and it gets him out of the inning there. The Red Sox get a run. 2-1 Texas. Red Sox baseball in Nesson is brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Transparency, low fares, and nothing to hide. Third inning, Dennis Eckersley, Dave O'Brien, Garrett Austin with it from Fenway, 2-1. The Texas Rangers have the lead. David Price in need of a fast inning. He gets Rua, and then Fielder and Andrus. We're going to show you the National League All-Stars in a moment. We've given you the American League All-Stars. And the starters having just been announced within the last hour. They did put up a list of the Red Sox All-Stars for the fans here at Fenway in between innings. Showed everybody on the big board. That makes them dance a bit. 2-1. Xander Bogaerts, one of them. So is Mookie Betts. They're going to be starting in that game. Jackie Bradley as well. And David Ortiz as it's fouled out of play to the right. Now the National League starters. A lot of Cubs there.
Whoa, 5 of them.
Rizzo, Zobrist, Russell, Bryant, and Fowler, all from the Chicago Cubs. There are more too. High pop up. That's going to keep on drifting foul and out of play. Jake Arrieta obviously on the list as an all-star for the Cubs, and so is John Lester, former Sox #1. Big Poppy.
How many's that for him? 10? A lot.
At least.
At least.
And the 2-2. And that just missed off the outside edge, but it did miss.
Boy, he's throwing him everything, trying to nibble on that outside corner. Showed him inside.
It's 10 selections for David Ortiz. And 1 in his final season. Here comes the 3-2 now.
Change up. Got it.
Yes, got it by him at 87-88. And one man is gone.
Boy, when he gets his confidence going, this is his 3rd punch out in a row. 3-2. He's not afraid to throw a changeup. Throws a strike ball down.
So 3 Ks, and he has 4 in the game now, 3 in a row. You got this guy, Prince Fielder, looking in the first inning. And that was in a big spot because Price was really struggling. Had the bases loaded after allowing the home run to Chu. And then got Fielder admiring the pitch. Fielder is 6-time All-Star, and he'll take outside.
That ball that Fielder hit off of Porcello off the wall yesterday, I mean, it was an absolute bullet. Came about 6 inches of going out into the bullpen. That's one of the hardest balls I've seen hit this year.
Me too. Off that Xfinity logo. Almost right through it. Hard hit but foul. Sox fans looking for the best seats to the biggest games. Check out the official Red Sox ticket resale marketplace at RedSoxReplay.com. It's the best place for season ticket holders to sell their tickets when they can't make it to the game.
I don't know if they've ever had an all-star team that, how many, that's 5 guys with the Cubs. How many more can you have? The whole team? I mean, it's a little much. I mean, even though they deserve it, I'm not saying that.
1-2, a swing and a miss, and he strikes out another one. That's 4th straight.
Another changeup down and in to a left-handed hitter. You see why he does it. If they're going to off on it, he can't get there. Little 3-finger turn me over, down and in. See ya, way out front.
Didn't the Kansas City Royals have like their entire roster last year?
But that slowed down. Remember, they caught him. They said, wait a minute, something's, you know, not going. This is not right.
A little too much royal blue.
You kidding?
Here's Elvis Andrus. He drove in a run in the first inning with sacrifice fly. Bases are empty. He showed a bunt but took a ball. And Price with a 1-0. Hammered into left field, racing back. Holt, he won't get it. Onto the track up against the scores. He's heading for second base. Here's the throw. It's a pretty good peg, but he won't get him. And a double for Andrus.
Well, that throw right there throws out a lot of runners. Andrus can run, though, and he's out of the box looking for a double. Once again, a ball up out over the plate. And he's got his number anyway. Coming into this game, hitting over 400. Look at this ball's in the gap. Holt's going to get this ball and peg this ball pretty well to Pedroia. Puts down the tag, headlong dive, bang, bang, close play.
Yeah, he made it close. He has 2 outfield assists since returning to the lineup on Friday. But cannot get Andrus, who is now 13 for 28 against Price. He just wears him out. That'll send up Odor, who's 0 for 1 with a tapper to second. 2 down. Man, is he aggressive.
And that's why he's throwing him that changeup. This ball's a strike. With we throw a changeup for a strike and they miss it. I mean, that ball's up out over the plate and he missed it. That's how far out in front. That's a mistake, really.
16 home runs for Odor and 11 have come on the road. And the 0-1 drops in there at 94. 0-2. Andrus at second. 2-1. The Rangers have the lead here in the third.
Can't catch up with that fastball up out of the zone right here.
Price looking for another put away pitch. Here's the 0-2. Inside. He went back to the changeup there at 87.
You're going to brush him back with a changeup.
Profar would be next. Price with 5 strikeouts, including 2 in this inning. Fouled off a little bit late on that swing.
I'd say so.
DraftKings is the official one-day fantasy baseball partner of the Boston Red Sox. Experience the thrill of playing on DraftKings right now. Play free daily using the promo code NESSN at DraftKings.com.
Price gets in that strikeout mode like he did last game. He punched out 10 guys, but made 3 or 4 mistakes, and it cost him 4 runs.
Yeah, he really dominated the bottom part of their weak hitting lineup in that game. That's where all the strikeouts came virtually. The 1-2. Now 2-2. And Leon would like a word.
I don't know what was going on there. He's sitting up inside. He threw him a cutter like completely opposite location. It's like, what are you trying to do with that cutter? Am I sitting up in the wrong spot?
Fans, don't miss NESN Live weekdays at 5:30 on NESN. Get your daily dose of news of your favorite New England sports teams. NESN Live presented by Cross Insurance. Texas has 6 hits off of Price. 3 of those in the first inning, including a home run on the very first pitch he threw. 2-2. Popped him up into right field. Some carry on that, and Betts backing up, and he'll make the play to retire the side. 1 man left. Sox coverage on NESN Sports today. Eck will break it all down, plus hear from the 2016 Red Sox All-Stars. That's tonight after Red Sox coverage on NESN Sports today, presented by People's United Bank. Here is one of the 23-year-old All-Stars, along with Mookie Betts. The two youngest of the just named Red Sox All-Stars. Xander Bogaerts for the first time. He is 0 for 1 with a pop-up. He'll be followed by David Ortiz, chosen for the 10th time, and then Hanley Ramirez.
Bogey probably should have made it last year. Remember
The 0-1 pitch. As that soft breaking ball popped up. First baseman Profar charging toward the tarp, but can't get to it. And so it's 0-2.
Boy, that soft breaking ball is something. It does a number on these hitters. 6'5", 230 pounds. Flipping that 66 up there. It works.
Almost looks like an eephus pitch.
Yeah. You'd think a left-hander would throw something like that, not a right-hander. There's no such thing.
I think Bill Lee would throw that. High fly, center field. Backing up now, Desmond on the track. He's there for the catch. Let's go to Garrett Austin.
Thanks, OB. Well, I talked to David Ortiz earlier, and he said that finding out that he made the All-Star team is very exciting. He said it's always a great time. He said he's really looking forward to going with several teammates who will be going for their first time, and he's going to make sure they really enjoy the experience. He admitted that 4 days off would have been beneficial, but he said this is his last year. He'll never be able to do this again. And guys, he said he's so appreciative to all the fans who voted. He's going to enjoy the experience, and it's going to be unforgettable.
Thanks, Garrett. He will not be participating in Home Run Derby. We know that. But the All-Star game and all those festivities out in San Diego. Long flight out there. I'm sure they'll have very nice arrangements on that flight.
Especially when you got to go coast to coast. It's tough. You know, in 3 days will go like that.
David 0 for 1 in this one. He's 3 for 11 with a home run against Griffin. How many for you? 6 All-Stars?
Yeah. Last one I went to was in San Diego in '92. That's a long time ago.
2-0. A strike. What a half it's been for David. He leads the majors in on-base percentage, .433, slugging percentage, OPS, doubles, extra base hits. Toward the shift, Odor was a long way out there. It's a long throw for a second baseman, but he makes the play.
That's ridiculous. Look how far he is out there for a ground ball. I mean, I've never seen like it.
That's why he's smiling.
I mean, look where he is on this ground ball. It doesn't seem like much, right? Look where he's playing. This takes forever. I thought he was going to have to hurry up, but, you know, obviously David can't run, but wow. You don't see that every day.
You don't. In that shift. So 2 down. Here's Hanley Ramirez now 0 for 1 with a pop to third. Red Sox are trailing 2-1 in the third inning. Last 11 games, Hanley's hitting .436.
Last at bat, 3-0, swinging. That was a big at bat. Popped up.
Looked like John Farrell had a little discussion with him after that, didn't it?
I think so.
In the dugout?
Yeah.
Just talking about swinging at that particular pitch.
I mean, a veteran hitter like that, you leave it up to him, I would assume 3-0.
Had 2 men on. And that one hits him. He gets drilled. So Hanley will take his base, and that'll put a runner aboard for Jackie Bradley, who blasted a home run last time.
Well, Griffin has to be careful. You know, when he throws a fastball, it's got to be in. That's why he never wants to leave it out over. If you're going to leave it one way or the other, make it towards the hitter, and he drills him.
And Ramirez has been getting on any way possible lately. Walks, hits, and now hit by a pitch. Getting on a lot. See if that starts something here. Jackie Bradley torching a home run in the second inning, his 14th.
There's that eephus curveball again.
Here goes Hanley in for a strike. The throw down will not get him. A stolen base. So I think he was a little angry about getting thrown.
He was upset. You could tell. It took a long time to get to first base, and he picked the right time to go. A little slow eephus 66. And he's off to the races. He's running good this year. He really is. And he stole that bag easily.
Hanging on to that base, yeah. Got to do that these days, of course, with review and hanging on literally by his fingernails.
But he was upset getting drilled.
Yep. It's the best revenge. So in scoring position for Jackie Bradley, who drove in his 54th run when he drove himself in the second. Quickly 0-2.
Throws that fastball right by him. Not much on it, but I'll tell you what, you got that breaking ball in the back of your brain. He's got to make sure he gets it in.
Rangers with the 2-1 lead. Fouled away. Back to his home run cut.
Yeah, he got a slider out over the middle of the plate and just lifted it out of here. Kind of power Jackie can display. Not a big guy, just like Mookie, but they can lose it.
14 times now for the All-Star. We had the 29-game hitting streak in the first half. And a new baby. It's been some year for him. And the baseball season's only half done.
He got a lot of recognition, you think, from that 29-game hitting streak. Everybody had his name was everywhere.
Player of the month. Here's the 1-2. Again, fouled back, and I mean some of these swings, Dennis, are almost comical. And I don't mean to laugh, but there's nothing on these swings.
They've never seen this, and this is a curveball they never see. He's lucky to hit that ball, really, to even foul tip it, because he's way off balance, right? He's already gone. His front foot is gone.
It's like a Bugs Bunny pitch.
Man.
1-2. Throws it again. Swung on and missed. Up with it, Chirinos, and gets him to complete the strikeout. One man left. It's working for him. Red Sox moment honoring the '86 Red Sox season. In game number 83, Red Sox would beat the A's 7-6. Wade Boggs had 3 hits and drove in 2 for Boston. Fouled away by Profar. Underway here in the 4th. 2-1 Texas. Dennis Eckersley, Dave O'Brien, and Garen Austin from Fenway. This is Jurickson Profar, their young first baseman. He's only 23 years old. He singled his first trip. Rougned Odor is only 22 and Nomar Mazara is 21, so they have a nice core of young players.
You see a guy like Manara batting third, 21 years old. You don't see that every day.
Somewhat similar to the Red Sox core of youngsters like Betts, Bogarts, and Bradley, the All-Stars. Profar made his major league debut in 2013. Then he injured his shoulder quite badly in spring training the next year and barely played the last couple of years, and that's going to be in there for strike 3.
Wow, that's a late call.
Joe West ringing him up.
Yeah, he painted him with a fastball inside. He sort of backs him off. That catches a plate. Framed it nicely.
He was waiting for Joe to reconsider, but it's not going to happen.
Joe fake pumped him. Took a while to call it.
So 6 Ks in the book for Price. Brings up Chirinos, the number 9 man. He's 0 for 1 with a fly to right field. Texas leading it 2-1 in the 4th. He'll take a strike.
You know, it wasn't that long ago we talked about Red Sox outfield a couple of years ago. Remember, they had the worst OPS and we had nobody in the outfield. Next thing you know, you got 2 All-Stars. And really, you got Brock Holt out there, made it last year.
That's right. Backhand stab by Bogarts, who throws him out. 2 up and 2 down. We're talking about the All-Stars. Let's give you a look at the pitching staff from the American League. Stephen Wright is on there, and so is Craig Kimbrell for the Red Sox. Estrada, Hamill, Salazar, and Chris Sale, the other starters. So who starts for you?
Chris Sale. That's a no-brainer. You know, because I mean, to me, 14-2, and he's had the best year. But this kid here, Stephen Wright, just what a story. And Kimbrell, everybody knows. It made me. I don't know what we expected out of Kimbrell. Blowing 0 saves, don't do anything wrong. Meanwhile, he's an all-star.
Great to see Craig in there as well. And Dustin Pedroia is still with the opportunity to be voted in as one of the 5 finalists for the fan vote. Shin-Soo Choo here has a perfect night going with a home run and a single. Rangers in front 2-1 here in the middle game of the series.
You just don't see that many left-handed pitchers throw changeup to left-handed hitters, and David Price, he does it a lot.
1-1 pitch, foul tipped into the mitt.
Remember, he threw Gregorius a changeup in New York. He hit a bases loaded double down the line. Everybody said that a stupid pitch that was, because the results weren't good. But it was a pitch that he uses a lot, down and in to a left-handed hitter.
He does. It's a real weapon for him. Here's the 1-2. Swung on and missed. Down he goes. That was a changeup to strike him out. So he has 7. He's gaining some steam. 2-1 Texas. Coors Bank with timeless moment 11 years ago today. Manny Ramirez hit his 20th career grand slam as the Red Sox beat Texas 7-4. He ended his career with 21, good for third most all time. Alex Rodriguez with 25. Lou Gehrig had 23. Brock Holt takes a ball to begin the last half of the fourth inning. Red Sox trailing 2-1. What a difference a year makes, huh? Last year, Brock Holt was the lone Red Sox representative at the All-Star game. As of tonight, the Red Sox have 6 going.
Wow.
And maybe a 7th if Pedroia is voted in the final fan vote.
And it could happen with this fan base.
Called strike.
This guy keeps you honest with that fastball. You know, he makes you remember, I do have a fastball, because everybody, you have to think you'd want to sit on something soft.
Brock's 0 for 1. He's grounded out. Flies that one into left field, headed for the wall. Rua turning around. It's high off the monster and drops down. I wonder if a fan touched that. He's into second base.
I think so, because it took the steam off of it and it went straight down. It didn't really bounce.
That's become a bit of an epidemic here at Fenway as we moved into the summer. A lot of fan interference.
And you're going to see, I think he's going to nick this a little bit with it and go straight down. That ball should ricochet a little bit and bounce back. You see it did touch his hand.
Going to be a double anyway.
Do they have to take them out of the game if they touch that ball like that?
I think that's done on a case-by-case basis. We'll keep an eye on it. 7 doubles here for Brock. This one beginning the fourth inning and sends up the red-hot Travis Shaw, who tore into a double his first time. He broke out big time on Monday after he had sat on Sunday. After he made a couple of errors. 3 for 5, a homer, a double, 2 RBIs, and 2 runs yesterday. His average back up into the 270s, 274. That soft curveball again, and that had him down on a knee.
You said it though, huh? There's some funny swings. Makes big league hitters look really silly.
1-1 to count. And tying run at second. Sox have left 5 men on base here in the early going. And that'll pick up the corner, according to Joe West.
That's a gift right there. This ball never had plate. And it's not a slider like it's coming back. It's goes straight down. It's not going to catch the corner at all.
1-2. Line shot, base hit into right field. Holt takes off for third. Brian Butterfield puts on the brakes. Chu does have a very good arm. There goes Shaw down to second. And now he's trying to get a run down. He's going to be out. Brock Holt holding at third base. And Shaw is out.
Not a good play by Shaw there at all. He didn't get tagged. He ran out of the baseline, I assume. But look, Chu is playing so far, so deep in right field. I know there's nobody out, so you don't want to send Brock, but the throw was awful. He could have scored easy, and then they throw to second, and he's a dead duck at second. He did get out of the way. He probably wasn't tagged, I don't think. I think he missed him, yes, but he's out of the baseline.
Yeah, that was the ruling by Kerwin Danley there.
Yeah.
Scampering out of the base path. And so he is out. You're right about the throw. Chu has a very good arm, but he lost the handle on that throw.
Yeah, he did, but he's so deep. When I thought when that ball was hit, I know he hit it pretty hard, but you want to hold them because there's nobody out. That's the only reason why you hold them.
They came out to take a look at Elvis Andrus, and Bannister, the manager's out there with the trainer. Something is up with him.
When he's reaching, trying to apply the tag or something is all I can think of.
He's going to hang in there. So the Red Sox with a base running mistake as Shaw is cut down, 1 man away. Let's give you another look on Andrus.
Yeah, you wonder if just reaching to make the tag, it pulled something in his leg, whatever.
Might have been a hamstring tugging at him. The infield in now for Sandy Leon and a man at third base. So a fly ball of decent depth will tie this ball game. 2-1 the Rangers. Sandy has a hit already tonight. Fouls that one away. There was an infield single in the second, and it could have been ruled an error, but ruled a base hit. So his average somehow actually climbed.
Oh, that's hard to do. It was a good time to get a hit. Something sharply hit's going to go through the infield.
Throw back down to third, and he'll dive in safely. Tag on the back of Brock Holt by Beltre.
Boy, that would have been devastating. He gets thrown out at third, but I'll tell you what, he scampers back in a hurry.
One man out, 1 ball, 1 strike on Leon, who had 4 hits yesterday. And that slow curveball spins in there for a strike.
Oh, do drop in. Look at this thing. Perfect.
I mean, you could just about read the sports page in the time it takes that to reach home plate.
Totally. He hung one to Shaw, though.
Here's the 1-2. Bounced it up there, knocked down by Chirinos. No advance by Brock Holt. Well, so far it has to be immensely frustrating for the Red Sox trying to pick up that pitch and time it.
They've got 7 hits. I mean, just
only 1 run, a home run by Jackie Bradley. Cut on and missed. He struck him out.
Boy, he slipped that salad by him is what he did. After all those emphases, he throws a 90-mile-an-hour fastball out of the zone, and you just can't catch up. Makes that fastball look like it's 100, but it's not even in the zone, and he's reaching and not a good at bat.
So it's up to Betts to salvage something in the inning. He's 1 for 2, a single and a strikeout. Just named an all-star here tonight for the first time in his career at the age of 23. He's had a good homestand. He has 10 hits and 22 at bats on a homestand. 2 down, and he starts him off at 68 miles an hour.
He punched him out last time on that curveball.
Mookie making a push for a 300, hitting .297. Lines that one, but foul. Hit very hard. Tomorrow at 6, don't miss Red Sox first pitch, presented by Joseph Abboud, available at Men's Warehouse. TC, Jim Rice, and Steve Lyons will review the Red Sox starters in this year's All-Star game. Oh, and 2 on Betts. Takes it high and tight.
It's the hardest ball he's thrown all night. He throws that fastball out of the zone. I want to throw a strike with it, that's for sure. Mookie hit a foul ball down the line there. I think he's looking breaking ball and swung at the fastball. Almost hit a double down the line. Whoa.
Wanted to work quickly, and Betts held him up and got the time from Joe West.
Man, looked like he almost balked. He didn't call time. He was ready to go. What's a 5?
1-2. All even now on Mookie Betts. Dustin Pedroia would be next. Youngest Red Sox with 18 or more homers in the first half in 50 years. Alex Spear tells us. Brock Holt 90 feet away from tying the ball game. Here comes the 2-2. Lined again to right, but foul. I mean, 91 must look like 101 after that curveball. Two and 2. Griffin's next one. It's that breaking ball again, but downstairs.
See why he doesn't go more than 5 innings. He's got 80 pitches right now. He probably does this every time he goes out there. I was saying, you can't finish anything with that. He throws the kitchen sink at you every at bat.
He's coming off just 5 innings against the Yankees. Although he pitched well, he struck out 8. Going to the rosin bag here with a count of 3-2 and 2 down.
Got to be a curveball.
The 3-2 fastball up and in, and he walks him. So the Red Sox have him at first and third for Dustin Pedroia with 2 away.
Never wants to throw that fastball for a strike, but when it came to it 3-2, it's a ball. He's not going to swing at that.
Doug Brocail, the pitching coach, will trot onto the hill. So Griffin has not had a clean inning yet. Red Sox have had base runners throughout the night. Here's his pitching line, brought to you by your Eastern Lexus dealers. Stayed away from ball 4 largely. Has hit a batter. That was Hanley Ramirez. As you mentioned, the 7 hits.
Yeah, he's hanging on to the tree he's in right now. The branch is cracking on him. He's hoping that he could hold on a little longer.
Brock Holt, the runner at third base, and Mookie Betts at first. Red Sox have had a man put out on the bases, and Travis Shaw trying to overcome that now here in the bottom of the 4th. Pedroia with a single in the first inning. He's also tapped to the third baseman. Mookie Betts with 13 stolen bases.
Chirinos has got a good arm. He really does.
Yesterday, Dustin Pedroia belting his first home run since May. He takes a high one for a ball. So he started him with the heater.
I mean, I'm talking 83 pitches. That's a boatload of pitches. And he's just really doesn't want to throw strikes. I mean, it tells you that's why he's throwing so many pitches. He's all around the strike zone. His best pitch is obviously that eephus. Where is it? Here it is.
Can Pedroia measure it? And it's way outside for ball 2.
He's going to take it to the limit.
Boy, it's got to look so hittable on its way to the plate.
You know he doesn't want to throw a fastball for a strike. There's no way.
2-1 Texas, 4th inning.
Little slider.
The 2-0. He's taking ball 3, 3-0.
Oh yeah. He will not give in.
Xander Bogaerts on deck. Griffin takes a sign. The 3-0, and it's pumped in there for a strike at 89.
I guess he felt safe there.
This will be downright fascinating, though. 3-1. Hitters count. Will he throw that hook again?
Because he's got to throw it for a strike if he throws a hook.
And he missed outside. He went back to the fastball. He walked him, and the bases are loaded. And they're loaded for Xander Bogaerts.
Now you want to drop a Houdini on somebody. This is it right here.
Yeah, can he possibly get out of this? He's had 4 base runners in the inning. A double, a single, 2 walks. Helped out by the base running play. Quickly getting ready, Cesar Ramos in their bullpen with David Ortiz on deck.
Yeah, this is his last. There's no way if he gets a hit here, he's in this game. It just, we'll see how he's going to go about it. Fastball in, timeout.
Bogaerts hitting .371 with runners in scoring position, second best in the American League. And Griffin's pitch. That's taken for ball 1.
This is like this is like, I was going to say this is educated salad, but one knock and just knocks you out of their ballpark.
He has frustrated and tantalized the Red Sox all night. Here comes the 1-0.
Oh.
He pins it in there right on the edge for a strike. 1-1 the count. 2 down, bases loaded.
Bogart's sitting on that breaking ball. Gotta be.
1-1, and that just missed.
Boy, he needed that. He wanted that. Bogey couldn't get to it, froze him. He's looking breaking ball. Ball's inside. He just, you know he's not looking fastball.
2-1. Sox with a man at every base. Here comes. Soft breaking ball too high, and he's gone to 3-1.
Well, I don't think he's sitting on his breaking ball anymore. He's just going to try to paint him with a fastball, see if he can do it or not.
Loudest the crowd has been tonight. The 3-1. And he walked him. And that'll tie the ball game. Brock Holt coming in to score. That's 3 consecutive walks by Griffin. Looks like he's lost it. And the game is tied 2-2.
You talk about 2 outs in the 4th inning of 92 pitches. You see what he did to Bogarts there. Bogarts looking breaking ball, throws him a slider in the dirt. Then he paints him with a fastball. Next pitch he tries to get in, doesn't get the call, down and in fastball. 2-1 ugly breaking ball out of the zone. 3-1 tries to paint him with a fastball, doesn't get it. 3 ball 4 in a row, and he's still on the mound.
Well, I guess the lefty isn't ready, because here comes Big Papi. Ramos not ready to go. Bases loaded, and that'll miss for ball 1. David has popped up and grounded out 0 for 2. You would have thought the lefty would be in the game now.
This is the game right here.
The 1-0. Breaking ball for a strike.
Mr. Dewdrop in is in scuffling out there. Bases drunk.
Tied 2-2. The 1-1. Foul back on the fastball.
I don't think I've seen a start like this. 95 pitches in the 4th inning. I mean, he's sizzled. He's done. You got to put him away, though.
He's been a bit of a magician that the Red Sox really haven't hurt him too badly yet. 1-2 to Ortiz, and a ground ball into the shift. Odor again from right field, and he'll get him. And the Red Sox leave him loaded. They squeeze out just 1 run. We're tied 2-2. It is time for our Dunkin' Donuts poll question. Should the All-Star game determine home field advantage during the World Series? As Price delivers outside a ball on Desmond. Text 1 for yes, 2 for no. Text your answer to 536-536. Message and data rates may apply. 1 message per vote. So the Red Sox have tied it as Desmond flares that one foul, but they've also left 8 men on base, and it has been fascinating to watch A.J. Griffin throwing 66 miles an hour and getting by with it.
I've never seen anything like this. Seen a lot of baseball. You know, guys throw a lot of pitches, try to get through it. You'd think Ramos would have come in to pitch to Ortiz, but he wasn't ready. I don't know what it was, but I guess they made the right move because Ortiz hit a ground ball again, identical to what he did the first time up. But wow, you think he goes out there for the 5th? I think so.
I'd be amazed, but it looks like it.
Yeah, he's pitting out over there, man.
Desmond has singled. He's also struck out. He has stolen the base too. 1-2. Cut on and missed. He got him. Well, he's starting to get that changeup going, isn't he?
Yes, he is. You see the big swing by Desmond. Gets him for the 2nd time. You think I got about a guy swinging this hard at a changeup? He just said, I'm going for it. Good place for it. Once again, 8 punch outs. Punch outs are there. Once again, that first inning is a killer.
It was a rough start for him as he faced 7 men. He allowed a home run on the first pitch he threw to Chu. Up and away a ball on Beltre, who has walked and struck out. That, by the way, was career strikeout number 1,500 for David Price.
Good for him.
He's piling them up over the last 3 innings, including one of Beltre.
I look at 1,500 punch-outs like you're halfway to the Hall of Fame. It's like 1,500 hits.
Price now 30 years old, trying to turn his season around. Came in 8-5 with a 4.74 ERA. Off the end of the bat, flared to right. Here comes Mookie Betts. Plenty of time. And it's 2 down. You can bring your company to a Red Sox game this year and enjoy one of Fenway's special pregame spaces, accommodating as many as 200 guests. For tickets and more information, visit redsox.com/groups. It's 7 in a row set down by Price. And we'll send up the youngster Ryan Rua, who has singled and struck out. Hammers that one right to the feet of Shaw. This is going to be a very fast inning as Price gets him 1, 2, 3 on 8 pitches. Baseball on Nesson is brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Transparency, low fares, and nothing to hide. Tied up 2-2. This call to the bullpen brought to you by Kia. And Jeff Bannister decides he is not going to continue to push things and send Griffin back out there. He brings on the lefty Ramos. So it'll be no decision for that man.
That was exhausting for us.
He was gutsy, though.
He really was.
With what he had. As Hanley Ramirez leads things off, he has popped up and been hit by a pitch. 2 runs on 7 hits for the Red Sox, who have stranded 8 men. 2 runs on 6 hits and no errors for Texas. They also have a defensive change as that one misses outside. Nomar Mazara, the rookie outfielder, is now in right field. So Chu comes out of the ball game. And we'll try and get word on what happened with him, but he had homered and singled.
You always wonder with him, he's been hurt a lot.
A 2-0, and he made a very funky throw to home plate on the base hit by Shaw. I wonder if something happened there.
Yeah. Hanley's got another 3-0 count. He's had that the second time he's had it today.
5 doubles this month. He's been hammering the ball. The 3-0 taking all the way, and that is ball 4. He's been getting on a ton. Second time tonight. Ace Ticket, Boston's trusted source for Red Sox tickets, has the best seats at the lowest prices to all games at Fenway, all with a 200% guarantee. Treat yourself for someone special by visiting aceticket.com or by calling 1-800-MY-SEATS. Jackie Bradley next with a home run and a strikeout tonight. Hit a shot to center field. Back in the second inning off Griffin. First pitch is through there for a called strike. Ramos matched his career high for runs allowed in a relief appearance with 7 on Saturday against Seattle.
Covey ballooned his ERA. That's why he's 5.6 ERA. They're hitting 320 off him. Not a lot of innings, but 43 is enough.
Leading up to his all-star appearance, the first of his career, Jackie has been scoring a lot of runs lately. He scored 12 runs in his last 12 games, including one tonight. Ramos 0-1 off the hands and fouled back out of play. Red Sox are home right through to the all-star break. After this series ends, Tampa Bay comes calling. The all-star break is the 11th through the 14th. The game itself is on July 12th. 0-2. Now 1-2 on Bradley. If you're just joining us, Jackie Bradley is one of 6 Red Sox who have been selected to the all-star team. And Dustin Pedroia can be voted in by the fans as the 7th. That's over but low for a ball. 2-2.
Not a very hard thrower, Ramus. 89. He got a little breaking ball.
Griffin walked 3 men in a row in the 4th inning, so he was out of gas. Ramos has walked the leadoff man in this inning, and now he's fallen behind 3-2 on the next guy.
Boy, we've had some 3 ball counts the first 4 innings, a zillion of them. Nobody wants to challenge anybody.
That's a testament to the caliber of both of these lineups. 3-2 now on Jackie Bradley. Runner goes. Ground ball to the right side because they sent Ramirez. He is safely down to second base as Bradley is out at first. It's time for a game break brought to you by Jordan's, the furniture store of the Boston Red Sox. Here's TC. Tom, thank you very much. The Yankees right now 2 games under 500. They are 7 games off the pace being set by the Orioles. And they are in 4th place. Here's Brock Holt now with a double and a run. He's also grounded out. Trying to put the Red Sox in front for the first time tonight. And the lefty deals a called strike. When he's in the lineup, when Brock Holt is in the lineup, the Red Sox are 24-9.
It really lengthens the lineup. You know, used to be that black hole deep at the bottom of the order. He helps it out down there.
That's a strike.
And Travis Shaw swinging the bat much better now, changes that lineup too, makes it that much deeper. You can see it. I mean, if everybody's clicking, they're just going to pile up the runs. Yesterday was classic. The 9 doubles, 4 bombs. I mean, my God, it's ridiculous.
Up and down the lineup. When your 9-hitter is going 4 for 5, you're having a good day, and the Red Sox certainly did. Little ground ball, Hanley moving up. Beltre will sling it and get him. Ramirez safely into third base, but now with 2 down, so that'll be up to Travis Shaw. Home field advantage brought to you by Lowe's. Travis Shaw this season at Fenway, .318 with 18 doubles, 5 homers, and 28 RBIs. His road numbers .221 with 19 runs batted in.
We've got some guys hitting way over 300 at home, half a dozen of them.
He's added to it tonight by going 2 for 2 with a double and a single. So once again, the Red Sox have a base runner just 90 feet away. It's been the case throughout the night, really. In a 2-2 tie. Shaw with 3 hits yesterday, 2 more tonight. He hit a home run here yesterday against Texas that went slamming into the foul pole down the right field line. He's very high up off the pole.
Yeah, he didn't even move out of the batter's box, watched it all the way. That's the luxury of hitting it like that.
Ramos with a 1-0. Gently hit. Odor will backhand that. And he'll get him at first base to retire the side. Red Sox have stranded 9 tonight. Iced coffee season is in high gear. Don't overpay for your iced coffee. Get a large iced coffee at Cumberland Farms for just 99 cents every day, anytime. We are back for the 6th inning. And Prince Fielder leading things off. He has had his hands full with David Price tonight. Price has whiffed him twice. That makes him 2 for 16 lifetime against the Red Sox southpaw. We're tied up 2-2. Going for the downs there, and it's 1-1.
Got him last time. Struck him out on the same pitch, down and in. Got the same shift that they put on Big Papi. Travis moves over from third.
1-1. Dribbled back toward Price. Made contact this time, but Price will lob on to get him. And Fielder is now 0 for 3. Stay tuned for Red Sox Final, presented by Plainridge Park Casino. TC Jim Rice and Steve Lyons will preview tomorrow's series finale against the Rangers.
Well, that's an embarrassing at bat there for Fielder after punching out twice. I know he made contact, but you want to make contact like that back to the pitcher? Change up, hit it like he threw it.
One out. Andrus will climb in. He has driven in a run with a sac fly. He's also doubled. Looked like he may have tweaked a hamstring on a tag play when he set down Travis Shaw between first and second earlier, but he's hung in. And really hits Price. 13 for 28. Here's the 1-0. And rips another one. Into left. Holt scurries over to get it and will hold him to a base hit.
Boy, he owns him.
Just wearing him out. 14 for 29 against an elite pitcher.
This ball scalded again. He hit that ball in the gap for a double, and this ball's up, and he is ready. He is wheeling on this ball. Travis has no time to get up.
Talk about seeing a guy well.
It's like he knew it was coming.
Odor next. He's grounded to second and flied to right. He's a guy who can drop down a bunt too. Very good bunter. We've talked about his power throughout the series with 16 of them.
This kid scares me, man. He's got some. He swings it. He lets it fly.
Likes the first pitch a lot of the time, and he gets a timeout, kind of a late one there from Joe West.
But you're going to get it, you know, because Price always takes so long.
Red Sox 2, Texas 2. We're in the 6th inning. Sox hoping to gain ground on Baltimore. They're playing the Dodgers in Los Angeles later on. Another long set. Now the pitch. And a high fly left center field heading toward the wall. It's high up there and off the monster. Around comes Andrus. They're going to wave him in. Here's Bogart's throw. It's off the glove of Ramirez, who went to cut it, and down to third base is Odor.
You know, the fans are booing right now, but I don't think that had anything to do with it. I don't think he's going to be safe at the plate. If anything, if he catches it, he's going to throw Odor out at third. You see this? He crushes this ball, hits it high off the wall. Jackie turned right away and just wants to get a good hop. He does. But you see Andrus, he could run. You see the throw to the plate. He cuts it. He's going to be safe easy.
So that'll make it 3-2 Texas. Odor with the double and goes to third on the throw. He picks up his 43rd RBI.
That little dude's got some pop.
Jose Bautista would agree.
Yeah.
Here's Profar now, single and a strikeout looking. The infield in, one down. 3-2 Rangers. Boy, did he wail away, but he came up empty. Price's pitching line brought to you by Ace Ticket. 5 1/3, 8 hits, 3 earned, and a runner at third base.
A couple of mistakes this inning. You saw the high fastball to Andrus, and then the ball up and out over that Odor just wore out off the wall. High fastball here to Profar that he swung through.
Switch hitter. He's hitting .330, and he won't chase. 1 ball and 1 strike on Profar. Chirinos on deck. Texas scoring for the first time since the first inning off Price.
Looking for pop-up punch out.
Texas has now out-hit Boston 8-7. And here comes the 1-1 with Odor at third. Tap back to the hill. The runner will hold as Price glances at him. Now he's trying to score. Here's the throw to the plate. And the tag, he is going to be out. He got him. He got him. Leon is shaken up on the play. But that is an out at home. And we'll see if Sandy can continue. Here's the tag. That looked like the right call because he never slid.
I couldn't believe that he attempted to do it with the little throw that Price made to first. He just lobbed it over there and then he took off. Look at that. And he's off balance to throw by Hanley. It's not a good throw at all. He's got to come back and make the tag. He got him on the shin before he touched the plate. The bat was in the way, had something to do with that.
That winds up a double play, and Leon is up. One of the weirder looking double plays you're going to see. 3-2 Texas. Sandy Leon in that play, the tag play at home plate, involved in one of the stranger double plays you'll see. It went 1-3-2, and he was shaken up as he got kicked in the wrist there by Odor, who for some reason elected not to slide. He tried to stay up and sprint by, and he was tagged out. Joe West got the call right.
Bad throw by Ramirez to him, and a great tag. He brought it all the way back, got him in the shin.
Leon with an infield hit. He's also struck out. Red Sox are down 3-2 here in the 6th inning. He'll be followed by Betts and Pedroia. Sean Tollison throwing in the bullpen now for Texas. And we got word on why Shin-Soo Choo had to leave and Mazzara had to come on to play right field. It was lower back tightness. Fouled away 1-2. Sandy Leon at the plate moments ago.
Watch this throw. It brings him back all the way back. Bad throw by Ramirez, pulls it, and if he didn't hurry up and make that tag, there's no chance. The bat was in the way. There was kind of like a stutter step there by Odor, but what a great tag.
Yeah, that was an outstanding play. Kind of a blind play, spinning around to get the tag on him. Off the outside.
I was surprised the door went. I mean, you can't anticipate that little bloop throw that Price made to Ramirez, because if that was a decent throw, he's out easy.
2 balls, 2 strikes on Sandy Leon, hitting right at 500. And he won't chase that one off the outside edge at 70. So another guy who throws one of the slower curveballs you're ever going to see.
Right, and that's what you expect from a left-hander throwing that 89, 90-mile-an-hour fastball, little curveball, changeup.
He thought he had him struck out, but it did miss.
Begging there, that ball's outside.
And the payoff pitch to Leon. Punched into right field. Mazzara right there. One away in the Sox 6th inning. Local Dunkin' Donut franchises are proud to give back to the communities in which they live and work. Thousands of kids have had the chance to catch a free Sox game thanks to Dunkin' Donuts. Tonight we welcome Woburn Little League to historic Fenway Park. Dunkin' Donuts committed to the community. Now the manager Bannister coming out. He's going to make a bullpen change right here with Mookie Betts due up. He's going to want Tollison, a right-hander. We'll take the break and be back with more at Fenway in just a moment. One of 6 Boston Red Sox who have been selected to the American League All-Star team. And a high fly dead away center field. Racing back Desmond. Turning now. She's gone. What a way to celebrate that announcement.
Boy, I bet he knew he was an all-star, and he just took an all-star swing right there.
And Mookie Betts swinging right away against Tollison. Knocks a single up the middle. His second hit tonight. Greeting a guy who's had trouble with hits. And Tollison has a .590 ERA.
Tollison, who saved 35 games for this team last year out of nowhere, and all of a sudden reality kicked in this year. Scufflin blew 4 saves, not the closer anymore. You see the numbers there.
He's also allowed 6 home runs, and now will face Dustin Pedroia with a man out and a man on. Pedroia has reached base twice tonight with a single and a walk. He is 1 for 2. Hits are now even at 8. Betts with 13 stolen bases to lead the ball club.
These are the kind of bases here that the money bases. Pedroia handles the bat so well.
Pedroia hitting .307. Looks at a strike. He is one of the final 5 that fans can vote for the All-Star game. That voting continues right now. You can see it on your screen. So Dustin Pedroia with a chance to go to the All-Star game as the 7th Red Sox to be able to say that if he can be voted in. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. Not to be made, and Betts back in again.
You know, Betts he's a guy who gets a really big lead. Not so big the first couple of pitches here.
You played with Ricky Henderson in Oakland. What did he teach you about stealing bases?
Well, Ricky, I mean, he didn't have it. I'll tell you what, he had such great speed. He was at full blast. He was full blast the first step. That's all about the first step, you know, where they spin and go. I mean, he was so strong. His legs were so strong. When he turned and went, he was gone. And, you know, he just knew how to read the pitchers, too, as if he needed to. I mean, headlong dive. I'm surprised he never got hurt. You know, to last that long with headlong dives all the time like that.
He had incredible energy and explosive energy, but obviously a great physique. Really held up. 1-2 to count.
He'd wiggle his fingers, you know, right before he goes. He was something, man, I'll tell you.
So he'd tell you he was going.
Ricky be going, he say. Ricky go. Ricky steal bag.
Unbelievable. 1-2 on Pedroia. Bogaerts would be next. Betts is not running on the infield. Hit toward Andrus. He'll go to first base and safely down to second. Betts. Red Sox have left 9 men on base tonight and have had a lot of guys in scoring position they've not been able to bring in. Tomorrow at 5, don't miss Bruins Summer Face-Off Live. Find out the inside scoop on all the recent Bruins roster moves and potential free agent signings. Don't miss Bruins Summer Face-Off Live tomorrow at 5. Two away in the 6th. 3-2 Texas. Bogaerts to get in. 0 for 2 with a bases loaded walk that got him an RBI. He has just been so consistent all season long. One of the reasons he's going to the All-Star game. Hitting .336 against right-handers, .339 against left-handers.
He can get to so many pitches. He manipulates that bat like nobody's business.
0-1. Sneaky slider there at 85, getting by him.
But Tolleson, he had a great year for them out of nowhere last year. 35 saves. Had a good fastball. You know, high pressure situations, you never know where you're going to get a closer. You don't, at the start of the year, this guy ends up being the man. They go to the playoffs.
Betts leading at second base, and that's too low.
Dyson is the guy now. You never know how many years you can get out of a closer. Well, they got one.
Dyson's taken over. He has 17 saves. Cole Hamels and Ian Desmond are the Ranger All-Stars. Announced tonight for the American League. 2 down and a 1-1. Now 2 balls and 1 strike on Bogaerts. Xander .371 with runners in scoring position.
He's just so loosey-goosey up there.
Looking to pick up his 53rd RBI. A single might do it. And Tolleson with a 2-1. Foul tipped into the mid.
Pretty good gas right there. That sort of got on him. Like, where'd that come from?
95 miles an hour. David Ortiz hoping to swing in this inning. He's hitless tonight. Sean Tolleson with a 2-2, and it's flared in the air, foul off to the right. So they will do it again. First time the Red Sox will have 2 All-Stars aged 23 or younger since 1941, when it was Ted Williams and Bobby Doerr.
Well, it's hard to do to be that young. That tells you everything right there. Tough enough to get one guy that young.
And both of them starters for the American League.
You know, you look at the stat page, you don't have to look very far to know who the Red Sox have. The first 3 players are start with a B.
2-2 coming, and he spoiled that one. It was that slider again.
Staying alive.
Red Sox All-Stars so far, including Stephen Wright, Craig Kimbrell.
Stephen Wright taking the mound tomorrow, feeling really good about himself, huh? First time you take the mound being an All-Star in your life.
Great moment for the knuckleballer. Certainly earned it. The 2-2 will not be made. Wants to call out Chirinos here. Yeah, Wright will be on the bump tomorrow against Martin Perez, and that'll be the end of this series, and it'll be the last we'll see of the Texas Rangers. Tomorrow 6:30, don't miss Red Sox Game Day Live, presented by DCU. TC Jim Rice, Steve Lyons will preview that game. DCU Digital Federal Credit Union. What can DCU save you? Mookie Betts still there at second base, 2 down, and the 2-2 again to Bogarts. Chop to the shortstop. Easy play for Andrus, who gets him and retires the side. Through 6, still 3-2 Texas. To the 7th inning, 3-2. Texas has the lead. Dead even at hits, but the Red Sox, as you saw there, have left 10 men on base, so they've had chances. Price still up there, and that one fouled back for a strike by Chirinos, the catcher. He has fly to right, and he's grounded to short. Activity in the pen. Hembree getting going. John Farrell wants to get David Price through 7. Still in striking distance. 3-2 the Rangers. And that'll miss high. Mazzara on deck. He came on for Chu, who started the ball game, the very first pitch, by hammering a home run to dead center field off Price. Second consecutive game where Price has allowed a leadoff home run to Chu. Going back to Arlington on the last road trip.
I know we've said it a lot recently, talking about the pitchers settling in. I guess you gotta settle in or you get knocked out in the second inning.
Well, he gave up 2 runs in the first and not another run until the 6th inning. He cuts and misses, and down he goes. There's another strikeout. So there's 9 of them. Time to check out the results of our Dunkin' Donuts poll question. Should the All-Star game determine home field advantage during the World Series? See how you voted here tonight. 55% of you think no.
I feel the same way. I'm like 50-50 on it. It's like I'm supposed to have an opinion about it. Is it going to change the outcome of the World Series? You go back to recently.
Mazzara here. Well, it sure can. I guess the question is, and that's our question tonight, should it? And I kind of agree with you. I think where you're leaning is it's an exhibition game.
Yes.
It was always an exhibition game when we're watching it as kids growing up. Should it really count for anything?
No, it shouldn't. I don't think. But they messed it up a couple years back, and I think they try to figure something out that would make people more interest. I don't know. I mean, it's probably the most watched All-Star game out of all the sports, right? Nobody watches a Pro Bowl football. Nobody watches the NBA game. That's just it's a joke. They go up
200 to 200. Yeah, I'm with you on that. Ian Desmond now. He has singled, struck out, and struck out again. 1 for 3. So Price has punched him out twice. Looking for a quick inning here. And he's going to get one, it would appear. Shaw throws to get him.
Nicely done.
1-2-3 to the bottom of the 7th. 3-2 Texas. Educational website for the kids to use while on summer vacation. We'll have them visit NessonClubhouse.com. It has videos, games, and a whole lot more. Visit NessonClubhouse.com today. Those lids with a giveaway tonight, very sharp. Here for the Independence Day holidays, and the Red Sox are down 3-2 as we go to the last half of the 7th inning. They're going to go to Jake Diekman, who's allowing just a 170 batting average.
Oh, he's nasty, this kid. I'll tell you what, if he finds the plate, tough to hit, but he can walk you.
Ortiz to test him, and he takes down and away ball 1. First fastball at 95. He throws hard. David tonight has popped up to second, grounded to second again, both times to Rougned Odor, who's deep in right field in a shift. Fly ball, center field, not deep. Long run in Desmond. Plenty of time, though, and he'll make the play. David Ortiz, a quiet night to this point, 0 for 4. NESN proud to support the Men's Warehouse National Suit Drive in July. You make a donation of gently used professional clothing at any Men's Warehouse location. You help men and women look their best as they re-enter the workforce. Learn more at nationalsuitdrive.com.
This Diekman, he came over in the Hamels trade. It's almost a throw-in, and this kid's got a great arm.
He has 18 holds, which is third most in the American League, as Ramirez takes outside ball 1. Hanley with a pop-up. He's been hit by a pitch, and he's taken ball 4.
See a little slider here. What's this look like?
It's a ball. 2-0.
Can't help but think about Sale when a guy like this coming from that angle. Chris Sale, I mean, he's so nasty.
Their bullpen has not been, as Alex Spear points out, a 5.12 bullpen ERA. He misses away for ball 3.
I mean, he can walk you in a heartbeat here. Let him do it.
Jackie Bradley on deck. He has a home run tonight. Andy Ramirez was on base 4 times yesterday, and now he's on base 3 times tonight. He is on with 1 out. Join Clay and Lindsey Buchholz alongside teammates and celebrities at the Buchholz Benefit Bash on Thursday at the House of Blues. TC will be the host. Country music stars Thompson Square and comedian Josh Wolf perform. Visit ClayBuchholzFoundation.org right now to get your tickets, and you can help improve the lives of children in need. It's always a great night.
He picked that thing up from the Beckett Bowl before him, right? And then I think Nomar had one for quite a while.
Yes, been very, very successful. Jackie taking a ball. He's blasted the home run. That was back in the 2nd inning, his 14th. Since then, he struck out and grounded to 2nd. 3-2 Texas in the 7th.
Back-to-back breaking balls.
In tight. 2-0.
Not something you want to see as a manager when a reliever comes into the game. The most important part of relieving is really the first hitter, and don't walk anybody.
Red Sox trying to rally here tonight. Down just the 1. They have been trailing since the 1st inning, but have tied it up and then fallen behind, and that one will hit the outside corner for a called strike.
Got to look for that fastball again, Jackie.
Jackie Bradley with a .295 average, wails and misses on a 96-mile-an-hour fastball.
He's got some giddy up on that.
Will he get it again right here?
It's the only thing he could throw for a strike. Fastball again.
Ramirez off first base. Tagged to center field. But here comes Desmond. He'll make the play. Hanley Ramirez trying to get back now. And the throw, he's safe. That was close.
He doesn't get the greatest jumps out there. I give him credit. I mean, he's coming over from playing shortstop, but he gets to this ball and he shows off his gun. He just lets it fly on the run. This is pretty close play here. I don't know where Hanley's going. I mean, it's an out right in front of him.
So 2 down. Brock Holt will step in, 1 for 3 with a double tonight. Those doubles keep on coming for the Red Sox. They're on a pace for about 400 of them.
What's the record?
The record is
close to that.
Would be around 400. They are on a pace to set a new record in Major League history. 2 out. And that one is inside and actually hit him.
I thought it did.
And nicked him.
He didn't even move. I thought, if you get hit, go take your base.
So Brock Holt hit by the pitch, 1st and 2nd now for Travis Shaw.
This guy hasn't got the greatest of control. It just nicks him. Nicks his uniform top.
But barely. Caught a couple threads.
Kind of froze him there. Glad it didn't get it in the ribs.
So Holt is on for the 2nd time. An opening here for the Red Sox to tie up the ball game. Travis Shaw with a double and a single. He has gone 2 for 3. And a man in scoring position again. Red Sox have had many opportunities tonight to score a lot more than they have. Just the 2 runs. They have stranded 10.
This is not an easy at bat off this kid.
Shaw really likes the first pitch. See if he gets something to swing at immediately. He won't chase. He did not, and it is ball 1.
He's had a hard time throwing that breaking ball for a strike. Had everything for a strike, really.
Tollefson has walked a man. He's hit another. And a lefty with a 1-0 pitch. That is ball 2, nowhere near the plate.
I mean, this guy's not just missing. I mean, this is hard to watch if I'm the other side.
Diekman all over the place. He's thrown 14 pitches and only 4 strikes. They lead away at first and second with 2 down. He cuts and misses, and that might have been ball 3.
That's a tough pitch to kind of swing at. You can't do much with it, but he was going to swing wherever that ball was out of his hand. You think you try to look in a little bit. If you don't get it, take it.
Leon would be next. The 2-1 home. Got a piece of it. But he flicked it foul to even up the count.
Pretty good swing right there.
Now Diekman coming with the hard stuff. 96, 97.
Boy, if he could get that slider over, you're in trouble, but I don't think he can.
Ramirez and Holt on the bases. And it's cracked foul.
He did.
Travis Shaw really appeared to break out on Monday as he went 3 for 5, a homer, a double, 2 RBIs. He's added 2 more hits tonight. A third could tie the ball game. The lefty comes set, the 2-2 now. Foul right over the roof of the Red Sox dugout.
That's not that real good tight biting slider. Sort of a get me over one.
Diekman is their 3rd reliever to be used. The Red Sox have yet to go to the bullpen on their side. 3-2 Texas. 2-2 again. And he got him. He tied him up with a fastball. And the Red Sox have now stranded 12. At Beth Israel Deaconess Medical Center, doctors and scientists are working together on therapies of the future today. From developing new treatments to delivering leading compassionate care, learn more at bidmc.org/cancer center. Price out there for his 8th inning. There is activity in the bullpen. Double barrel for the Red Sox. Tommy Lane and Heath Hembree. Hembree's been up a couple of times now. Beltre will lead things off in the eighth. Starting to get late. 3-2 Texas. Up the middle, but Bogarts near the bag will zip it on to get him. And Adrian Beltre is 0 for 3. One away in the 8th inning. Fans, are you on Instagram? Do you follow NESN? We'll stay up to date with your favorite New England sports teams. Follow us on Instagram.com/NESN.
Well, they're doing him a favor last inning. Not very many pitches. Beltre swinging at the first pitch.
Look at this, Price, the only pitcher in the majors with 16 starts of 100 plus pitches. Here comes number 101 to Rua. And that's a strike.
A lot of innings in that arm. .1,500 punch outs in that arm.
As of tonight. 0-1 on the way. You know something about that because you went way past it in your Hall of Fame career and wound up with closer to 2,500.
Well, when you play 24 years, you better.
It's not a given, though, Eck.
I know, but you know it's hard to get punch outs when you're going and throwing 60, 70 innings, right?
Yeah. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Rua, 26-year-old outfielder. He won the starting job in left field out of spring training a year ago, but then hurt his foot on opening day and was lost most of the year. Made his way back, and he's hitting .283.
Hitting cleanup.
Matt Bush now throwing in a Texas pen. He's the guy the Red Sox rallied against in Arlington for that stunning victory, scoring 4 times with 2 out in the 9th inning.
Yeah, Betts juiced him. A little fastball. Change up here. Yes.
Strikes him out. So he's hit double figures in strikeouts.
Changeup has been there for him tonight. First inning it wasn't. Balls were up a little bit, but that's where he wants it when he gets ahead.
So put up 10. But Texas still on top. Price has gotten this guy twice. And he will take one inside for ball 1. He struck him out in the first. He struck him out in the third. And got him on a gentle roller back to the mound in the 6th inning.
Gentle. It's nicely done. You don't want to hit gentle rollers back to the mound.
He makes contact. It's usually not gentle.
There's that changeup again, down and in. It's amazing. He must know he can't hit it.
107 pitches for Price. Shaw over on the other side. That one torched but foul. That was that changeup again.
He was on it. Just can't keep it fair. That's the guy that gives him problems.
Elvis Andrus on deck. 2 more hits tonight. Sees Mr. Price awfully well. Here comes the 2-1. Here comes Bogarts off the dirt, has plenty of time, and will get him. And that's another good quick inning. Red Sox need a couple of runs. 3-2 Texas. To you by Xfinity. Griffin lasted 4 as the starter for Texas, and he was on a tightrope the entire time. Chu launched a home run on the very first pitch of the game against Price, who's gone 8, struck out 10. Jackie Bradley with home run number 14 for the Red Sox, but the Sox are down 3-2. And here comes Matt Bush, the right-hander out of their bullpen, facing Sandy Leon, Mookie Betts, and Dustin Pedroia. Bush suffered his first career loss and blown save against the Red Sox in Arlington. He gave up that game-tying 2-run homer to Mookie Betts.
But he's done a nice job for them. You see the numbers there, 195.
To the right side, Odor will scoop and fire and get him. Leon now 1 for 4, 1 away. Here's that home run we were talking about. Mookie Betts back in Texas.
Boy, Mookie knew it was gone. He got a fastball upstairs, and he just drove this ball. He put his head down. He knew that ball was gone as soon as he hit it.
Some night as the Red Sox scored 4 times with 2 down to shock them. 8-7 was the final. Though the Red Sox would lose the next 2 games of that series.
They don't want to throw that fastball again.
Mookie has 2 hits tonight. He's 2 for 3. If he gets another one here, he's going to be a 300 hitter. To right field in the air to Mazzara, and an easy play, and 2 fast outs. Pedroia is next. Have you heard of Nesson's new automotive website? We'll give it a visit at NessonFuel.com. You can find everything you're looking for in the world of auto racing, car culture, and automotive lifestyle. Craig Kimbrell announced as an all-star for the American League tonight. Loosens in the pen.
Well, you think he's loosened enough to come into this game because there's 2 outs. He wouldn't be throwing, I don't think, if there wasn't.
Pedroia stings that line drive. Mazzara coming on. Looked like he scooped it. He did. It hit the grass, and it's a base hit. So Pedroia on for the 2nd time with a single tonight.
Well, Mazzara almost made a big mistake right here. He was thinking about, should I go for the dive, and he had second thoughts about it. Fastball middle, and this is Pedroia's swing all year long. And you see a little one hopper. He thought about making a dive for this play. He's lucky he caught that on one hop. Not an easy play.
Yeah, that skips on by him. Pedroia can be running all night. Safely on at first for Xander Bogaerts, who's gone 0 for 3 with a bases loaded walk. Red Sox are down by 1, 3-2 in the 8th. And a breaking ball sinks in there for a strike.
That is a gift.
Looked a little low.
It's definitely low. He normally wouldn't call this a strike. Joe kind of stingy tonight, but he gives him that. Another slider. They don't know what they're doing.
Two out, the man on.
Well, he kept them in the game for 4 innings with about 100 pitches.
Yep, Griffin there to your right. No decision for him. Bush with an 0-1. And a fastball will miss. David Ortiz on deck.
They've liked to show Bogaerts that fastball in.
3 runs on 8 hits for Texas. 2 runs on 9 hits for the Red Sox. The Red Sox have left a man in scoring position at least 1 in every single inning tonight.
It's hard to do.
Popped up, but that'll go foul off into the stands. Now 1 ball and 2 strikes.
98 on that delivery. I can't tell the difference anymore. Looked like 90 to me.
Kimbrell still warming in the Sox pen.
That must be Dyson.
The 1-2. Hit softly. Beltre will scoop and get him at first base. So the Red Sox will strand another man And that'll be 13. This Pet Brock giveaway night at Fenway. The first 15,000 fans receive a Pet Brock. That's courtesy of Gold's Horseradish. For tickets and more information, visit redsox.com/promos or call 877-RED-SOX-9. A closer look at David Price's night tonight.
Here's 4 of the 10 punch-outs, and they're all changeups. You see Chu right there, and here's number 1500. Desmond goes down swinging. Once again, a changeup there to Chirinos, and the last one, changeup there to Ryu.
So he winds up going 8, giving up 3 runs on 8 hits. Unless the Red Sox can rally, he's going to take a tough loss here. He overcame a rocky start, pitched very well after that first inning. Kimbrel coming on. Named to the American League All-Star squad earlier tonight. Facing Andrus, Odor, and Jurickson Profar in the 9th inning.
Kimbrel gets respect throughout the league. Everybody knows how nasty he is. He hasn't been invincible this year, but he's an all-star all right.
253 earned run average.
Strikeouts galore. 45 strikeouts, 32 innings. They're hitting 161 off him. His problem is ball 4 occasionally.
He's fallen behind here 2-0 on Andrus, who has a double, a single, and he's driven in a run with a sacrifice. He's had a good night. He's a good hitter. Hitting 289, 3 home runs.
He swung at ball 3 right there. I don't blame him. You got to get it geared up for that fastball.
They have Dyson, their closer, loosening up.
Dice man getting ready.
Odor on deck. Kimbrel trying to make sure it's a 1-run game going to the bottom of the 9th inning. And he misses high. 3 balls, 1 strike. 5th time in Craig's career that he has been chosen for the All-Star team. First time in the American League. (3-1) to Andrus, and he walks him. That has been a problem. Andrus aboard for the 3rd time tonight. Hey, step up your hockey game with Bruins Academy. It's a show just for kids who love the game of hockey. Don't miss an all-new episode Thursday at 7:30. And to catch up on previous episodes, visit bostonbruins.com/Bruins Academy.
Andrus has got to think about trying to steal here. Kimbrel has a long delivery, but Hunters has been thrown out 6 times already. He's got 11 steals.
He's aboard. Odor has an RBI double off the wall in left. And that one gets right by Ramirez down the line. Andrus heading into third base. As the throw is tossed into second, they're on the corners. And with nobody out for Texas.
There's that Odor again. He's wailing out of the first pitch out of his hand. He is yanking this ball. This ball ate up Hanley at first base. The ball didn't come up for him. First and third, nobody out. You see this. He goes down to get it. Does not come up. Not an easy play. The ball had hit sharply. Play that you want to have made.
We'll see how they rule on that.
They'll probably give it a hit.
So now the infield has to come in for the Red Sox.
We need punch outs.
And here's Profar, who is 1 for 3 with a single. He has hit into a double play. Very odd 1-3-2 double play. Very disjointed. And he struck out looking in the 4th inning facing Price. Price struck out 10 tonight.
You got Profar looking at the dugout. Now he looks at the third base coach.
Here's the 1-strike pitch. Made him dance back out of the way. That's 100 miles an hour. 1-1.
You better dance. This ball coming right at his hip.
They did rule that a single for Odor, by the way, past Hanley at first base. Andrus the runner at third. And Kimbrel with a 1-1. And a floater into right field. That's going to drop down for a base hit and bring in another run. Andrus scores. Odor down to third. Throw back into first base will not get him, as he had taken a wide turn. That's a huge run as Texas now leads it 4-2.
That is a huge run for Texas. Doesn't hit this ball very hard. He almost got thrown out there by Mookie, but this fastball, he leaves it out over. I mean, doesn't got it on the label, didn't hit it very hard, dunked it in out there. It's going to score the runner from third, obviously easily, and then Mookie throws behind him right here, almost throws him out.
But Andrus, who had taken ball 4 to begin the inning, proves it once again. Nothing good ever comes of a leadoff walk.
No, it doesn't. I'll tell you what, and you can't let Kimbrel stay out here too long once again. Can't have him go out there and throw 25, 30 pitches either.
That's gone walk, base hit, base hit. Here's Chirinos. He's hitless, 0 for 3 in this one.
Once again, the adrenaline in this game. He doesn't come into many games behind just to get an inning of work, even though it's a 3-2 game.
Well, it seems when a game is tied or he's behind, he's a completely different pitcher.
Right.
Not in terms of velocity.
Control.
It's all about command.
Right.
Yeah. And the walks have been a big part of that.
And he doesn't just miss. When he misses, it's bad.
They'll often jerk that fastball.
Now he doesn't know what he's doing. Now the breaking ball's kind of lost him too.
When he comes in with a lead and a chance for a save, most of the time he's been completely dominant. There's a high fly ball driven deep to left. Holt is back, looking up, and that ball is off the light tower for a 3-run homer. Chirinos for the 6th time this season. Off of Craig Kimbrel. And that will make it 7-2 Texas.
Wow, Kimbrel's not used to giving up 3-run home runs. He gave up one to Chris Davis a long time ago, and that's the second one this year.
And as you predicted, he's not going to be out there long. He gives up 4 runs here in the 9th inning. And John Farrell is out to get him. So the Rangers exploding against the Red Sox all-star closer. 7-2 Texas, and we'll be back.
Out of Fenway Park, when Kimbrel comes into this game, you think he's going to hold him there. He does, and he gives up 3 hits. This is one of them. 3-run home run. And this ball, it hits the light tower. 2-0 pitch, looking fastball, gets it and loses it. Kimbrel gets nobody out. 4 runs in, makes it a 7-2 game.
Ties a career high for runs allowed by him. His ERA jumps from 2.53 to 3.66. And didn't get anyone out, as you mentioned. So Hembree has to come on with the score now 7-2 Rangers. Mazzara jumps on the first pitch and scalds a foul. He's only batted once tonight after coming on for Chu, and he's grounded out to third base.
You know, we're going to go back in this game. It's beyond the 4 runs there. It puts it out of reach a little bit here, but how can you not score more runs off of Griffin? I mean, when you go back and look at it, how that happened,
yes.
You're not going to see that happen very often, that many times.
That was immensely frustrating for the Red Sox.
Totally.
I mean, inning after inning in the early going, looked like they had him on the ropes. He's throwing a 66-mile-an-hour curveball. He really frustrated the Red Sox.
He held them to 2 runs in 4 innings and threw 100 pitches, and that is hard to do.
Tonight, the Red Sox are 2 for 14 with runners in scoring position. So far, they've left 13 men on base. So now 5-run deficit staring the Red Sox in the face as that fastball misses away.
But that Texas lineup, I mean, this guy batting ninth, Chirinos, goes deep. You don't expect him to, although he's hit 5 on the year before that. But Odor, that kid's going to be a hell of a player.
2 for 4 tonight. Crack to the first baseman, backhanded by Hanley Ramirez, and a toss to Hembree for the out. Near collision there at the bag, after the bag. That is the first out of the inning. As that play goes 3-1, and will send up Ian Desmond. I think they're talking about just how high up on the light tower the Chirinos home run went.
Yeah, I don't want to watch that after giving that up. He's proud of it. It did hit the light tower. I don't think it was coming down.
It was not in danger of putting out a light, but
no, please.
It was a 3-run homer nonetheless.
Yeah, get over yourself.
Desmond in this one with a base hit, strikeout, another strikeout, and a tapper to third. He's 1 for 4. 7-2 Rangers in what was a very tight game going to the 9th. It is no longer. He's hitting .320. He's going to the All-Star game. All-Star squads announced tonight. He's been a good player for a while. Swinging bunt. Hembree gets him. 2 down. Adrian Beltre will be up next. He does not have a hit tonight.
He didn't make the All-Star team, Beltre, huh?
He did not. At least not yet. He's been named to 4 of them in his career. Look at the reserves for the American League. Miguel Cabrera on there. Josh Donaldson, the reigning MVP, on there.
Stephen Vogt with Oakland. Didn't know he was having a good year.
1-0 to count on Beltre. He made his major league debut at the age of 19. He's 36 now. Not really slowing down much. 282 with 53 RBIs. The Sox have due up in the bottom of the 9th inning. Ortiz, Ramirez, and Bradley.
Ortiz hasn't had a good night. Had guys on base the first couple times up, ground balls, pop up.
Your closer's still working.
See if he has adrenaline coming in here with a 5-run lead.
Now we talk about that all the time, that it seems to make sense that a premier closer coming on, and you were one of those guys, in a non-save situation would be difficult. Was it for you?
Well, it depends. I mean, it's one thing if it's 8-2, but 3-2, got interest here. I'm saying it's a 1-run game. It's important to hold them right there. I'd be the first to say I wasn't perfect. I wasn't saying every time I went out there, it was life or death, and I was uptight. Because he's been out there enough, and there's a lot on the line, and all of a sudden there isn't. But you've got to find a way to get geared up. I mean, it's the big leagues. I mean, and you can embarrass yourself like he did today. I mean, when he's bad, he's really bad.
Well, that's been the case. I mean, when he's come on in tie situations, or as he did tonight, it's been rough for him. Right to Jackie Bradley, and he'll snatch that to retire the side. But that's an inning that really got away. It's now 7-2 Texas as we go to the last of the 9th. Coughs up 4 runs to make it a 7-2 game. And how about this from Alex Spear? Kimbrel with a 6.75 ERA in non-save situations, 1.45 in save situations.
I wonder if it's been his whole career is what I want to know. Has this been going on a long time, or this year?
David Ortiz to lead things off against their closer Sam Dyson. who is 7th in the American League with 17 saves. Obviously not a save situation any longer. It was when he started warming up before Texas struck for 4.
I'll tell you what, when you're geared up and you need 3 outs, I mean, you're just fired up thinking this first out is always huge. So all of a sudden you don't have the same adrenaline because the first out's not huge. You got a 5-run lead or whatever. And especially if you're a control pitcher, and Kimbrel's not a control pitcher, you know, he's just airing it out.
Ortiz is 0 for 4. And like many of the Red Sox tonight, he's had a difficult night with men in scoring position. He has popped up, grounded out twice, and fly to center. Red Sox offense was really churning coming in. They have 9 hits, but only 2 runs. And the Sox have stranded 13 men. Two balls and 2 strikes. Hanley Ramirez is next, and then Jackie Bradley.
Dyson, the pitcher that's pitching for Texas right now, was a pitcher in the playoffs that gave the home run up to Batista, where the big bat flip and all the attention that drew. And then Dyson didn't like that at all. They had a lot of words in that game, and it ended up being a punch by Odor. That's what precipitated the whole thing.
2-2.
A year later.
Lined up the middle for a base hit. So that's how the 9th inning begins for the Red Sox. David Ortiz with a single.
Could have used that hit with guys on base, but he'll take it. It's hard to get on a guy like Ortiz, the kind of year he's had. But
so busted the bat. Look at this. That's a sign of just how frustrating this night has been.
Right, you can have that single, he said. He's not happy with that, so you know he's disturbed.
Yeah, I think the timing of it, you're right. Needed it earlier in the game. Well, here's Hanley Ramirez. He's been hit by a pitch. He's also walked 2 times. Hitting .286 now. And .436 over his last 11 games. And the fastball at 97 hits the corner, says West. Hanley not too sure.
Seems like Hanley's always the guy that comes up and they call strikes that aren't strikes. Out of all the guys, I watched every inning of every game, and this guy, he doesn't go his way a lot.
That one missed. 1 ball and 1 strike. Jackie Bradley next. This was a 3-2 game until the 9th inning, till the top of the 9th. And then Texas blew it open with 4 runs and a 3-run homer. Here's the 1-1. High chop on the infield. Beltre guns and close, safe.
Oh,
Ortiz down to second. That was a bang play.
That's a close one. They're going to take a look at this. You know that because it was so close. Naked eye said he was safe. We'll see. He is.
Yeah, I don't think they'll challenge that.
High chopper like that. Beltre had to wait till it come down. He's got a gun, but Hanley could get down the line when he wants to, and he wanted to. You could smell that hit.
And it is a single, and they will not challenge that, and that'll send up Jackie Bradley, who has homered, struck out, grounded out, and flied out. He's 1 for 4. On the night he was announced for the first time in his career as an American League All-Star. A 3-run homer would make this really fascinating. Ball 1.
Just want to get the tie run to the plate is all you could really ask for.
Brock Holt up next. Red Sox trying to rally here in the 9th against their closer. Bounded toward the middle. Odor gets second base. What a play there to turn a double play. David Ortiz safely into third. I know you liked Odor before that play.
He knew exactly what he wanted to do. Get that shortstop out of my way. I'm taking it myself. Bang, throw. It's like he's done it before. Nice play. He was on a mission. I'm going to turn this thing myself. Something like Petey might do something like that.
Yep, very smooth. Just like that, 2 down. Runner at third for Brock Holt, who is 1 for 3 with a double. Seven to 2 Texas. And that's a cross for strike one. Stephen Wright, just announced as an all-star tonight, will go tomorrow evening against the left-hander Perez. Then the Sox will have Thursday off, and then Tampa Bay is in for the weekend. Stopped by Chirinos, who's been one of their stars tonight with a 3-run homer. David Ortiz at third base, chatting up a former teammate in Beltre. Two down here in the bottom of the 9th inning, and the 1-1 from Dyson. That'll be a strike, says Joe West.
Joe's called a decent game for the most part. Nothing glaring like can happen sometimes.
I've always thought he's a pretty good home plate umpire.
He's not bad.
The 1-2 from the right-hander. Skipped up there again. Joe West has been at it a long time. Cowboy Joe West. One time he fashioned himself a country singer, put out a little CD. Shaw on deck. And the 2-2 coming. Serve to the shortstop, and that will do it. The ball game is over as Andrus hauls it in. 7-2 the final score, and a game that really got away in the 9th inning when Kimbrel gave up 4 runs. And so Texas has evened up the series, TC, at 1 game apiece.